What's going on? I know I'm late. Sometimes we be on that CP time. You know how it be. But once again, you have tuned into Tuku Tekan in Master of Ceremony, Reek. And hopefully we can roll into some type of topic, some type of dialogue that can, transfer into something else. So, with that being said, tonight's topic: winners don't wait. I humbly believe in that saying. A lot of people may not believe in it, but you don't wait. When opportunity strikes, you got to hit it and hit it fast because, you know, not all opportunities come around again. So, with that being said, hey, I appreciate the likes already. What's going on, Street Rich TV? What's up with you? I seen you had chimed in a little earlier. You must have pulled it down. Like, wait a minute, I'm a little too early chiming in. Let me bring it back when it's actually live and things. And Prince Diamond, I see you came in way early too. You said, "What's happening, Playboy?" I will be checking in, checking out. You dig? Hey, new people, old people. People that ain't been on here in eons. Hey, I appreciate it all. Hopefully, we get enough people in here that want to actually be plugged in because I actually take calls. I don't do like some other platforms and just, over talk you and, try to demean you for no reason. Hey, if you have something that you want to add to the conversation that is, something you could put on someone's mind to better their situation, I always oblige you to call the hotline when the hotline is posted within the chat. So, with that being said, who is all out there? Because so far we just heard from Street Rich TV. It shows there's other people out there, but I haven't seen anything besides Prince Diamond say something. So, I assume it's four other people out there that haven't said anything. And hopefully you have something to say about this particular topic that I picked. Winners don't wait. Choice, what's going on with you? Hey. I'm glad you done came in here. Maurice Miller, what's good with you? What's good? What's going on with you? We do this nightly. We do this thing nightly. Not all the same people come in when it's a hotline, but please believe whoever's coming in, they're gonna have something to, put on your mind. Maybe you might not agree with it. That then we have people come in like, well, I don't agree with it because of this standpoint, you know? And that's good too, because then, we're having a dialogue, we're chopping it up, we're trying to, see what's inconsistent, what is consistent, and what, we can, pull from it if you don't know something about a certain subject that we're covering. And like I say, I don't really do video unless it's something of substance. To me, it's more about the conversation. Like, oh, Rick got his hair laid like this. He's wearing this. No, it ain't about a fashion show. Now, when it's time to do that, then it'll be time to do that. But really, it's about the dialogue that we can chop up between brothers, people that have melanin within a pigmentation. And I guess, I'm not discriminating. I guess some melanist people can't come in here and, weigh in from, their point of view about what they feel. It doesn't happen too often, but, all is accepted. Okay, you said winners do not wait. If you want to eat, you got to go get some bread, man. Hey, I definitely agree with that statement. I'm waiting to hear anybody that disagrees with that particular statement. Like, oh no, you gotta wait. You gotta wait your turn. No, it's not about being in competition with anybody else. The competition is with self. You got to keep the competition up with self. And once you're doing that, you realize, you know what? I got to get it by any means necessary. I gotta, yeah, I was doing this back then. You can't keep counting yesterday's scores and think that's going to tally up today's wins. It don't work like that. You got to pursue new opportunities. You know, every day that you're given the opportunity to wake up again, that the Most High allows you to wake up and see another day, that's a day that you should, put into how can I make this happen? Oh, okay, I have the opportunity to make this jump off. What other things I have to do to okay, I don't achieve this. What am I going to achieve now? You got to keep putting things on your list of achieving, not just stay stuck and stay inconsistent. Inconsistency get you into that mode where you're gonna end up telling war stories. You don't want to be the one telling war stories. I used to have this back in 1999. I was really winning then. But what are you doing now in 2019? We're about to head to the 2020s. What are you doing to prosper once you reach that realm? You know what I'm saying? Okay, the man in the mirror is who you're facing, most definitely. I mean, a lot of people may think the song was soft, but Michael Jackson said it the best. I am stuck with the man in the mirror. I'm hoping that he'll change his ways. But the thing is, I would strike hope. You want to change your ways. You don't want to stay stuck on stupid. We got too much distraction going on. We're in an ultimate high with that. Just think, social media, different cell phones, messaging, all kind of ways that that can distract us from actually doing what we need to do to achieve more. Okay, you said some people are okay and content with where they are. Yeah, I would say they are. They are. And hey, what's up, Lo? I see you done came through, and I appreciate the like so far. That's always appreciated. Okay, you said call you, bring you up, Street Rich. Let me dial you up. Anybody else want to be dialed up and plugged in? I'll do that before I drop the hotline. Let's see. Yeah, what up, Choice? What up, Low? Hey, like I said, anybody want to come in? Just let me know. I hit your locker so you could be plugged in. But right now I'm dialing up Street Rich. So let me. Matter of fact, I want to make sure I dial the right number. I fuck around and dial the wrong one and be mad. But I think this is it. But wait a minute. Let me back up. Okay, that ain't it. This is it. I got it. I got it.
Oh, what it do?
What up, Street Rich?
Fine. Salute to the team. Y'all already know I'm big and full of fix, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What you got to add to the particular conversation, to the topic, or do you got something new that you want to talk about?
But just like I'm adding in on the topic, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the book, The Secret. You know what I'm saying? They chimed in on that topic. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think, you gotta expand. You know what I'm saying? The man said he was giving like a good 17 seconds to go, and join the team basically. You know what I'm saying? He was like he thought for 13 seconds, and he said if he would have thought for 5 more seconds, he would have told him, "No, I don't even want you to follow me around." And you know what I'm saying, and write a book about my life, and then would end up making him a millionaire. So, and everybody who made and everybody who really make moves fast, you know what I'm saying, who think fast about their next move will be their best move. You know what I'm saying, most of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. It's all about jumping on things really fast. You know what I'm saying. And, like the people who started, like even with the social media guys, the people who started out first with it, they got a head start in the game, and then they made the most money out of it. You know what I'm saying? With anything, even with people back in the day, folks who started off doing it, they made a real good money. But by the time they caught on to the folks who was really, you know what I'm saying, making money, they shut it down. So you gotta jump on your move fast and really think about it. Don't care, make your move.
Right. Now tell me this: how are you coming with your own pen book? How's that going?
My everything going good. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm dropping. I don't want to put too much out there, but I'm dropping little here and there. Even with the YouTube, I'm gonna plug some of it in with the, you know, some of the pieces I get. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things like some of the. Like I had once to P. Diddy and Kim for the funeral. Some of them pieces are going into my book. You know what I'm saying? Of me just jumping on top of where I was at the time. You know, I had just moved to Georgia and I had touched down. And it's like as soon as I touched down in Georgia, I ended up meeting P. Diddy and all Russell Simmons and all them folks. That's why I jumped on that move real fast. So it's like every time I get a chance to jump on a major move, I jump on it. And it always turned out great for me. That's why everything, you know, you see the right people at the right time. If you sitting around ain't doing nothing, then you ain't gonna capitalize on nothing.
That's true.
But my book going great just by me capitalize on everything I think about, and I got a lot of great things in the future, in the near future, that I'm putting out, and good content that I'm putting out, even on my page. I'm dropping the, you know what I'm saying, little up, but a lot of everything gonna make sense.
Right. I'm glad you're making progress with that, because you know you can promote your book wherever you go. Once you got it all written up, and you know so many copies printed off, you know, wherever you go, you know, like, hey, if you want to change your life, you know, and hear about, you know, something that can change your life, hey, buy my book. It don't cost that much. You know, you don't spend money on you know, tedious things. Matter of fact, you done bought 2 packs of cigarettes, and you could have messed around and got my book or something like that. So, you know, put some knowledge on top of your lid and, you know, prosper.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be more than the book though. It's gonna be like I'm gonna drop content in the book where you can go look at the, you know what I'm saying, the things I did in my life. So I'm gonna drop so much content on YouTube because this is a big platform right here. People call me like you Reed, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of big players that got taught me to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that in the book. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have no knowledge from nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, a secret I learned. You gotta always show love, and you gotta put it back out there to the universe. You know, to help people out, it's gonna come right back around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the universe work.
I definitely believe in that. Now I know everybody's, you know, listening to, you know, the science that Street Rich is dropping, but you can add something to the particular conversation. This is how we do. We go back and forth, you know. I mean, I try to keep a happy medium because I want to plug people in. So I don't really want to make it too much about me talking unless, you know, there's nobody on here. So let's get some people coming in. Matter of fact, let me put the hotline up, and you know, those that choose that want to call in can call in.
You know, shout out to Lisa, shout out to Choice, shout out to everybody out there listening and dropping good knowledge. So every time y'all speak, you know what I'm saying, I'm picking up good knowledge from everybody. You know, each one teach one, or we can reach one.
Hey, hey, that's what's up. For real, for real. Let me see. The hotline is posted. So if you got something that you want to add to the conversation, even if it's, you know, taking a turn for a little bit, hey, go ahead and hit that hotline, announce who you are, and I'll plug you into the conversation. Besides that, how's the weather down there in ATL?
Well, it was 69 today. You know what I'm saying? It was feeling good. It was feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty day. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that good energy, you know what I'm saying, from the universe. Sun shining bright. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking right, man. I'm talking about for real.
That's what's up.
I'm counting down for my birthday. My birthday about a few more weeks. November the 10th, Scorpio season, man. That's the reason, man. Everybody's going down.
Right, you gotta enjoy your holiday, like Choice said. You know, your birthday is your own personal holiday, so you know you gotta make the best out of it. You know, matter of fact, every day. Let me say it like that. Every day you're walking on top of Earth is a holiday. You know, because think about it. We got partners that's our same age or a little bit younger, a little bit older. They ain't even walking the Earth no more. So live it up for them. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I said the whole month of November I celebrate. But I'm starting a little early this year because I feel like I'm getting older. You know, especially just for November. You know what I'm saying? So Scorpio season started. I'm dropping on to tomorrow. I'm dropping content. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get chopped and feel good. Mob around this city, you know what I'm saying, and get a couple of new people and shake a whole lot of folks' hands. You know, it's going down, man.
Right. You gotta stay like that. Once you take a day off, that's when it doesn't pay off. So, every day gotta be a payday for you. You gotta make it worth your while. You know. You only go around this globe once, so you wanna make the best out of it.
And people notice though, like when I be talking to some of my older kids from my old neighborhood, they be commenting like, "Bro, you get smarter." You know what I'm saying? Even though you know what I'm saying, when you making more moves, you start getting more knowledge. But people, you know what I'm saying, it come out of you. You know what I'm saying? Folks can tell they ain't getting, you know what I'm saying, energy. You know what I'm saying? It just shine bright. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm talking to the right people. I know I'm talking to the right people because I ain't surround myself with the wrong people. No negative energy at all.
Right. Now I look at it, the people that ain't the ones that's really with you, they'll give off like almost like how when you smell something, you're like, that don't smell right. Well, same thing if they're giving off the wrong type of energy, like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. That means I gotta make my way away from this. Because I'm not on that. I'm not on doing the drama. I'm on, improving myself. If I got youngsters that I'm raising, if I done brought youngsters into the world, I got to be a better example for them, especially if you ain't had a father around or maybe some could even say a mother around. You got to be the example. You got to lead by example, even if you ain't had an example for yourself coming up.
Exactly. And we all connect to fun, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you had put up this topic, I'm like, that's crazy how he just said this. And I'm already thinking on that level right there anyway. So it was like I had to speak in. As soon as you dropped it, I said, I got tuned in for sure.
Now let me go to some of the comments. I ain't ignoring none of y'all. Let me now James said hope don't put food on the table. I would agree with that. You got to actually make moves, not oh well. I hope things get better. No, you got to put the effort, the work in to make things happen. That's how this life works.
Exactly. That's my motto. That's what I live by. I got that tatted on me, making moves. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been a young dude, I've been saying 1,000 moves. It's all about making moves, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to live by that. You know what I'm talking about? When you start speaking into the universe, you start doing it without even knowing you're doing it. You just start going city to city, state to state, and start just being places where you capitalize on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it'll become a part of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now Lodon said he said, "What's up, Street Rich?"
What it do, my guy? Ain't nothing but love, man. Don't spread love and positivity. You already know what it is.
Hmm. Now Lisa Smith, you said some people are okay and content being with being. Wait, let me. I think I'm pass it up. Where's it go? You said some people are okay and content with being where they are. Yeah, and I guess you really can't press the issue if someone's like that. I mean, you can do suggestions, but at the end of the day, it's their decision to either become greater or fall back.
But check this out, though. We need those people to be stagnant because if everybody was the same, then when nobody, people like me wouldn't shine out. If everybody was just like me, I wouldn't shine out. So we need some people to make the world go round. You know what I'm saying? We need some people who gonna jump up and make moves. We need some people who gonna work every single day of their life, and we need some people who gonna get out here and get their own business popping. We need some people who, you know what I'm saying, ain't deep into the YouTube world. You know what I'm saying? We need some reach. We need some people who gonna push it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make the world go around.
That's true. Now Troy said, if you ain't moving and grooving, you standing still, man. And then Lisa Smith came back and said, I'm saying they don't see nothing wrong with not wanting to grow. Yeah, that's true.
But my motto, I got this what I said in my first CD, I said, if you ain't making moves, you dead. And this is how I look at it. If you ain't making moves, you dead. And this is what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about this deep. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't making moves, you basically sitting in that casket. You dying anyway. You dead.
Right.
So,
yeah, you're supposed to act on every new thought that comes into your mind immediately. Now, Tim Young, I think you knew because I haven't seen you in here, but you said being comfortable is dangerous because you can't grow to new success. I would agree with that as well. You still there, Street Rich?
oh, yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk. But at the same time, I was saying we need a couple. We can try to, like, let's say you can push a person so much that they fall. You know what I'm saying? Like if you behind somebody, you pushing them. You know what I'm saying? To go fast, they end up falling.
That's true.
They ready to go on your pace. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta sit back and show folks. You know what I'm saying? That this is what I'm doing. If you want to catch on me, you gotta run next to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't run behind you and push you.
Now, let me give you an example, and from this aspect, tell me what you think. I don't know if you caught the one last night where it was me, Lo, I can't remember, James, you was in there or not? I know you was in one of them, but anyways, Lo was, or Choice was talking about, how people work at Amazon, and, they want certain numbers out of people. So, they were essentially saying, no, your production numbers are kind of low for our standards. But then they placed like a supervisor, behind them trying to see, watching them, like I gotta, I want to help you get your numbers up. But essentially they're just, not saying nothing, behind them, watching them. Now, what do you think about, that type of situation, where you got someone essentially hounding you, hopefully you're doing better numbers, but when you go faster, that's when you start making mistakes, and then essentially you're making more errors. What do you think about that?
Well, see, you got to think about it. If it were my business, I want to push a person to the next level. If you can't keep up with the pace, I don't even want you in my business. You know what I'm saying? That's just a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? So if I had Amazon, I want the best of the best. So if you can't keep up with what we got going on right here, this job ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to go find another job that you can slow down and move around the way you need to move around to get where you need to get to. But
that's true.
We got a big vision going on, so we need the number one. We gonna circulate till we get all number ones. Where we at? Amazon ain't no small business. This $1 billion business we talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna get the best out the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like running with the best of the best. That's why I don't hang with dudes my age, because they can't teach me. Like they can teach me a little, but I want to know. You know what I'm saying? The next level thing. You know what I'm saying? I done been through so much, so I can teach a whole lot of people my age a lot of stuff. But I gotta go far a little deeper to learn more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go listen to the older white folks. You know what I'm saying? Who got $1 billion business. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from a junkie, but
that's true.
Can teach so much. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But the same time, you can learn from anybody, but I want to learn from the biz. So the biz gonna give you the.
Now let me read out some of these comments because they're starting to back up. Okay, Lisa Smith said, I agree. I was just saying some folks stuck in their ways. And then, oh wait, let me back up. Choice said, you can press the issue if they're around you. Otherwise, fuck it. You ain't gonna be dead weight on me, man.
Exactly. You can't let nobody be dead weight, or you gotta leave some people behind. I had to leave a whole lot of people behind. I had to leave a whole city behind just so I could get to the next level. If I would have left the whole city behind, I would have met half of the people who I met now. You know what I'm saying? I had to get to a quiet place to really figure myself out. You know what I'm saying? So now I figure myself out, I can see things more clear, and now I'm on a whole other level. My vibration is makes mine like magnificent now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on a whole other place. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it is what it is.
Now, Low came in. He said some people scared to step out their comfort zone. And then Choice came in. He's talking with Lisa. He said them folks need motivation and could just be natural losers. And then he said, and bum shit like stagnation will fuck around and rub off on you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because then some people, see you going so fast, they try to pull you down. Now they crabs in a bucket. You know, they try to pull you back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my homeboys, my old rap partner, my old rap group, they like, we need to do this. I was done. Y'all went and stepping up to the plate. So now I'm gone. Y'all want to pull me back. You know what I'm saying? I can't write raps for everybody. I'm writing books now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to this next level. I can't slow down and turn back around because y'all don't want to speed up when I want y'all to speed up. I can help you. I give you a helping hand. So bring from a long distance whatever I got time to do it. Now I'm on a whole nother mind level. So it's like, you know, it's a level to everything. You know?
Right. And Lisa said, I don't keep bums around me, laugh out loud. And I agree, Choice. And then Choice said, I know you don't, Lisa. You give them 2 pieces and tell bums to hold the biscuit, baby. And then she said, right, Choice, laughing. So yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep pressing forward, especially like you said, you go back with these people, so they figure, man, why you acting different now? You get a little, then this is where they start, minimizing what you're doing. You get a little bit of fame and you think you all that now, but me and you just started from the turf. Why you acting funny with me? I knew you when you didn't have shit, and that's where the other hating comes in. Like, you know what? I already see how you thinking. I'm straight.
And guess what? Because at first I ain't have everything. Now I'm trying to have everything. So of course I ain't trying to turn back around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying. When you get $1 million, you ain't trying to get $1 million to stay the first. You trying to get $1 million to go get you a bigger house and bigger cars and everything else. So of course you ain't gonna be able to hang with the same people who sitting on the corner smoking 1.5 on it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We trying to get on a whole better level out there.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? You changing, and okay, you can say I'm changing, but you changing too. You get slower. I'm getting faster. You know what I'm saying? So we both changing, and that's it.
Right, and think about it like this. Once you're on the grind to become bigger and better, you don't have free time. It essentially becomes fee time. You charging a fee for your time. So you ain't got the free time like you had once you was a youngster. It's called fee time now. It's about growing your brand and becoming much more better and much more educated than you once were before.
Exactly. That's why I said I left the streets, because like the streets was gonna slow me down in a whole nother type of fashion. I ain't got time to lay down on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, none of that. I ain't got time for it, because they go if I slow down for 2, 3 years, I could be a 10, 15 million up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just not slowing down them many years. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong with black people. We think we got time. We ain't got no time to play. You know what I'm saying? All that play stuff is out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's time serious. Everybody got to put their mind on a whole other serious level. I'm serious about everything now.
Now, Low came in and said it's about consistency too. He said that's their favorite line too, Rick. You acting funny. Right. They're quick to always use that line. Oh man, you acting funny now. No, don't let that get to you. That just let you know you on point of what you trying to do and trying to accomplish. And then Tim Young came in and said, you will be the people you're around every day. So if you want to be a winner, be around champions. Most definitely.
Exactly, yeah. And what they say, the 5 people you hang around, you'll be the 6. You hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6. Especially because that millionaire motivate you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Especially if you listening, you know what I'm saying? You gaining knowledge from a millionaire alone, not one billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Or people who try to get to that next level, you know what I'm saying, who know something about life, you know what I'm saying? So I can always learn something, earn something, earn. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't showing me up, you making me dull. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
I mean, a lot of people listen to the song, that old Ludacris song, and they just thought of it as in a club sense. But think about it in a way that can actually be for your improvement. When he made the song "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way," well, essentially you could apply that to handling your business. Move, bitch, you're not helping me. Get out the way. I gotta make moves. You trying to slow me down. No obstacles set before me are gonna stop me. So think about it like that. Next time you listen to that old Ludacris song, yeah, just think about it. I'm on money moves. I'm about my business. Move, bitch, get out the way. You know.
You know? And then you gotta think about it, like when you really start opening your mind up, doors start opening up for you just out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you really focus in on yourself and you like, man, I'm gonna have a positive attitude and I'm gonna just do whatever I gotta do to get to this next level. Doors just start opening up. You just start getting better positions. You could be working a regular job. You'll be climbing up the ladder and everything. Just don't know where it's coming from, but you just your mind, whatever have your mind. Well, I forgot what they say. Your attitude control your gratitude. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But it's like it tell you exactly what you're going through. It's about changing a little bit about yourself. You go far in there.
Right. I definitely believe that. I mean, hey, 31 years of age, dropping science. So it doesn't really matter what age range you are. As long as you're putting something on your plate to be greater, you could be. Matter of fact, you could learn from a little 7-year old, a little 5-year old, little baby can teach you something. Don't get caught up on they're only this old, they can't tell me nothing. I be hearing that from a lot of old heads. I've heard that from little youngsters too. But half the people that think like that, they ain't doing shit. So stay
Yeah.
clear of people like that.
I watch my 2-year-old and I just see him doing certain things like he already got it. You know what I'm saying? I just be studying. I study people. You know what I'm saying? I know I can learn something from anybody, but at the same time, you can learn the most from people who have been through the most. You know what I'm saying? Or who been in this world a little longer. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can learn something from anybody though. Even a damn fool, because you can learn from their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And keep making things happen. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't make those mistakes they made.
Right. Now, don't nobody want to call in? I mean, you can scroll through the chat. The hotline is posted. I try not to say it because, I don't want them weirdos listening to it on the replay. Like, hey, I'm calling Reek's number now, and this is about 2 in the afternoon. The live ain't up then. So, okay, Lo, you said, look what Nipsey Hussle did and was only 33. Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, he just had a couple. He just made just a wrong mistake going back to where you know what I'm saying the vibe that he could have killed forward. He already had everything down pat. He should have just kept it moving or had a real deal. He ain't have to, some people want to be too real to the hood. Like we gotta leave that alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta keep it real on the outside and slap people out that we really love. You know what I'm saying? When you get on a level like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go and shine on the hood. That don't bring up an envy and hate. You know what I'm saying? Envy and hate is the worst face you can make, man. You can see it all over a person's face.
Right. Think about it like this. This is an old movie. I want to say it. Emilio Estevez was in it. Young Guns. You know, I think it was on. I think a clip of what he said was on one of MC8's albums. He said, "I'll make you famous." You know, think about that. A person that doesn't care for you and they see that you're shining, if they take you out, essentially they are making you famous. You know, not them. They ain't famous for killing you, but you become famous. And I don't want to be famous like that for, being took out from a loser that ain't got shit going. So, you know, if if you rise to a certain level, keep them head busters around you. So, certain people
Yeah.
don't get up on you like that. Think about, I mean, I know a lot of people that are younger don't really think about this, but think of what happened to John Lennon. He was going to sign an autograph for a assumed fan. As soon as he went to go sign it, dude shot him dead, point blank, dead on the street. He had no bodyguards or nothing.
I ain't never heard about him, but I gotta go study on him. And you just put me on some good. I ain't heard about him.
Hmm. Yeah, that was about 1980. It was a long, long time ago. You hear that story, you be like, wow. And what it was, John Lennon was a part of the Beatles. You know, he broke away from the Beatles and was doing his own thing. And yeah, he went to go sign. I think it was a album or something or a book, one of the two, an album or book. And this up in New York. And dude shot him point blank range. Didn't run or anything. Was still standing there and everything after he gunned him down.
Yeah. Sometimes people just do something to them when you shine it through all. That's why I always try to say that damn fool. I ain't gonna bring his name up, but I don't like you gotta know how to turn it on and turn it off sometimes. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to stay away from them type of people. You gotta know how to dodge them type of people so you get to a comfortable place where you can shine and you can do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't good to be in the spotlight and be around people who ain't never been around them type of people. You know what I'm saying? Even when I met Drake, Drake, like, he almost, like, snatched his back away from me up and down there running his period on because he didn't know me.
Right.
But back then, I was like, man, why he acting like a sucker? You know what I'm saying? But it made me realize, like, you can't trust everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just being precautious. You know what I'm saying? He just not used to regular people. When you get to that, you know what I'm saying? When you get to that superstar like that, you know what I'm saying? You can't just let everybody walk up to you and stick your hand. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, but when after he figured out that I was somebody, he was like, "Oh, you was my cousin, all his family from there." You know what I'm saying? He came back and apologized, like, "Man, take a picture." You know what I'm saying? He took a picture and all this. They gonna be in my book too. I got pictures of all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna put the, you know what I'm saying, with exactly what happened. But I'm giving you the exclusive right now. But you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. You know what I'm saying? You learn from people as you grow up the level. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Now, Choice came in and said, damn, I didn't know that, Reek. I guess about John Lennon. Yeah, look him up. John Lennon. Matter of fact, you can Wikipedia his page. Matter of fact, it's another thing you can look up and read. It gives more details on a lot of these celebrities' deaths that they don't even really put in the media. It's called Find a Death, Find a Celebrity Death. Matter of fact, the one on Sammy Davis Jr. is really crazy. If you read that one, you be like, wow, Sammy, at the end, it was kind of bad. He was facing all kind of taxes and essentially he was broke. And just think, all the things that Sammy Davis Jr. did to be wealthy and everything, and at the end, he was broke. And essentially, he went out in a painful way. So it's called Find a Celebrity Death. Look up Sammy Davis Jr. Look up. Matter of fact, you can even look up another celebrity, Marvin Gaye. Think about it, big Marvin Gaye, big time. Everybody knows Marvin Gaye for being essentially singing love songs and things like that. At the end of his life, he was back living with his mother and father. Now, how do you go from being a great star to being back at home living with your mom and dad? That got to be, a hard blow, a hard pill to swallow when you think about that on the grand scale of things. This man's doing tours in all different parts of the world, driving Rolls Royces and whatever at that time that was big. To going back to, living at home, that's, man, I can't even fathom that being on this level.
It was a hard pill to swallow, but really when we farm, like we really never had money management. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we get a little money, really we don't know nobody with money, so we don't know how to manage no money. So we go, it kind of like it hit us in a rush. So you know what I'm saying? We just go spending money instead of creating other businesses and having something to fall back on. We think we're gonna have it forever because we probably think we'll never run out of talent. You know what I'm saying? Just like Mike Tyson, he never thought he was gonna get knocked out. So he was on top of the world.
Right.
Back in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So until he started losing, then all the promoters and stuff wouldn't stand behind him no more. So you just gotta it's just where we come from. When we get it, we want to shine with it.
Right. Now I don't know about that, James. You said son of Sam killed. I don't know about that. I know the guy that killed him. He's still alive. Matter of fact, I think his parole comes up down there every year, but he gets denied and stuff. But yeah, dude's still alive that killed him. He's locked away in a mental institution, I want to say. And then talking about John Lennon, that is, and then Lowe said sometimes you got to try to move under the radar. That's also good too. Ain't nothing wrong with moving under the radar. You could have all the riches, all the wealth. Matter of fact, I know a Caucasian dude that live in the hood, got about 30 buildings, property. He drives just a little Toyota Camry, and he live right in the hood. You wouldn't even think this dude got money. But that's how they do it. A lot of wealthy people ain't smashing Rolls Royces and things like that. They got all that money stacked in the bank and all kind of properties and bringing in all kind of revenue. But a lot the media tries to promote like, oh no, all these people who's wealthy driving this or taking jets and all that. No, it's some people that's having hella money wearing regular everyday clothes. You couldn't even tell. You just think this is a regular old nothing person. So,
Yeah.
so flying under the radar, if that's for you, some people don't want to fly under the radar. It's just up to you. But I look at it like this: if you're not, make sure you have them checkpoints in place. If you start flying at a certain level, you don't want to be caught out here slipping. Because it's so easy to get caught slipping. I done seen people get caught slipping. You see them get their issue for not having the right people around them. When shit transpires.
Yeah, but at the same time, like how they make our farm, they glorify their money and with the fines. So what I'm saying? We look at each other like nobody went flying in the best Cadillac back in the days, or having a whole lot. Having fun. So when we can have the best time in the world, we still gotta show the money too. They just make us like superstars in the world of black people because most of us ain't have that. So we spend more money when we see money. Like dude being hell. Me said he said he was spending a whole lot of money because it was bringing a whole lot of money. And because folks like, who is y'all? I want to spend some money with him because they seeing how much money he's spending. And it's just crazy how we think, but that's just what it is.
Right. Now, JR chimed in. He said, "What's good, Reek, and the rest of the room? What's going on with you, JR?" And then Tim Young came in and said, "It's crazy because when I was broke, I acted like I had it. But now I got it. I act like I'm broke, especially after my homeboy was plotting on robbing me."
Yeah.
Now, what you think about that, Streeters? What he just said?
But that wasn't his homeboy. That was an infiltrator. He really was he been a hater. He just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He probably wasn't understanding because sometimes when you're doing a whole lot of things, you want everybody to love you. But really, they don't love you like you want them to love you. So what I'm saying? But at the same time, you do got a lot of turn on and turn off. You know what I'm saying? But in the entertainment world, you gotta show a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you in the streets in any kind of way, people do want to spend more with you when you got a little bit more. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Just around. When at the same time, you gotta know when I hang around those type of people and when to keep them folks away from me.
Right now, Troy said that's the difference between rich and wealthy, Rick. Yeah, I know the difference. Um, and then he said you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. And then Lisa said, hey, JR. And then Lo came in and said, like how some people post money on social media, then get killed and can't even pay for their own funeral.
You know? But them labels do this too, though. Them labels, they put their money in the folks' hands. And they tell them, like, go ahead, act like you this and that, you know what I'm saying? So you can get more fans. So them labels do this,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't, that system know what they doing.
That's true.
That system, you know what I'm saying? They know how to control, you know what I'm saying, our people, you know what I'm saying, and make our people like us a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? It don't really be love like that anyway. It just be, it more be for the life, you know what I'm saying, for promotion, you know what I'm saying? Because after you, really, it ain't really no hardcore fans like back in the day, like Michael Jackson them had. Like, because a person can like your music today and then you fall off tomorrow, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's a ball game. Elvis and Michael Jackson had real hardcore fans.
Right.
Who love, you know what I'm saying, to their last days. You couldn't say nothing bad about them boys, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But these days it's just a revolving door. There's so many people coming and going. Like they ain't having fans like that. They just having a time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A moment.
Yeah, you don't know when it'll be over because some scandal come about, and then they'll start talking about you bad. Then once it's cleared up, oh, then they're loving you again. You know, to me, it's like think about like a football team or NFL team or a basketball team. You know, a lot of people are like, man, I hate the Saints, but let them start winning some championships. Oh, I love them. Well, why? Because they're winning. When they weren't doing shit, you wasn't saying nothing. But now that they're winning, now you're on their team. That same goes with everyday people. People come up, they may be fake loving them. Let them fall off. Oh yeah, I knew they was gonna fall off. That shit wasn't gonna last long. They're fair weather. They're only in it for when what light they can see that's shining on you and act like, oh yeah, I was always on his side. I go back with him when you've been
You know,
the most one casting hate.
like they're like doing LeBron when he had little Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? He had all that hate. Then he started winning over there in Miami. He started getting love over there. He went back to Cleveland and turned right back up, and they started back loving him again. I think Jay Z said they love you and they hate you, and they love you. You know what I'm saying? It's just the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get love from one side for a little second, then they start hating you, then they start back loving you again.
Let me see. Choice said just cooling Maine about to chime in and turn the fuck up. Low said, "Yup, street rich, real talk." Low said that.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, James. I mean, I know what you're saying. I know you're saying the son of Sam killed John Lennon. I could bet money that that's not the person that did that. I guarantee that. Matter of fact, go to the Wikipedia page, John Lennon. It'll tell who his killer is. It wasn't him.
Uh, that's why it be so much pressure when folks get that little money. You know what I'm saying? When folks get that little money, be putting like all the greats end up dying on overdose. Man, that's just like a problem, like in the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so like real. I'm happy for Mike Tyson because he ain't lost his mind and he ain't just crazed out there. You know what I'm saying? He got a little sense. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the people, I thought he'd probably be one of the ones who like was almost crazed out there. You know what I'm saying? Because he went through a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, he's standing on his 10 toes still to this day doing good interviews. And he didn't get smarter.
Hmm. Now you said a lot of entertainers, end up dying of overdose. Now which ones are you referring to?
I'm talking about like, you know what I'm saying, like Elvis, and you know what I'm saying, like they say Michael Jackson, and they say, most of that, all like Whitney Houston and Whitney Houston's daughter, like all of the greats, you know what I'm saying, like the real big shots, you know what I'm saying. Like they said, they had some kind of drug problem like Prince, you know, they try to put, I don't know what's really going on deep in it, but you know what I'm saying, they put it on drugs, but I don't know exactly what's deep into it because I went nuts.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, why do they put out in the media hemisphere that this is the problem? Why? And then once the follow up report comes out, it kind of differs, but they don't want to speak on that. Like, say if the news reports, oh yes, this person went to jail for doing this, but then it comes out like, well, he actually didn't do that. You hear a little small news clip where nobody barely heard that part. Everybody's still running with the main story. He did this. No, he was cleared of those charges, but we didn't make that a big of a story as we did as him saying he did something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I look at it when they get through, like they can't use you no more. You get too old to do the dance moves. You can't hit those notes like you used to hit, man. It's time for you to go anyway. Like R. Kelly, basically, they couldn't use him no more. It was really his time was up anyway, so they locked him up. Bill Cosby, they couldn't use him no more, really. He was in the back too much. His mind was on trying to set his family. His kids. And like, we got something on you. By the time you get out, you ain't gonna think like this no more.
Okay, now listen to this. Now, Tim Young came in. He said, why don't blacks support black clothing brands like we did in the '90s? All I see and hear is them talking about other white brands, Gucci, Versace. How can we switch the energy back to the black brands?
Because just like what they said, tell lies, style vision, you know what I'm saying, television, and they got control of the internet, you know what I'm saying. Really, they know how to market them other brands to the point that you don't have to go watch your Gucci. Well, you don't have to do shit, but you don't want to go watch your Gucci bill. You get caught wearing something that ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't official, you know what I'm saying. They look down on you. Our own people look down on us. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we go try to look like somebody because they always say they treat us like nobody for so long, so we want to go look like somebody, so we get treated like somebody. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Now, JR said there are plenty of black businesses, Tim Young. Yeah, and there are. I mean, the ones that, because, it's certain businesses that I rock with, like it's his brother that he makes like black soap and, black hair products. Is a brother, young brother. And I buy all my products when it comes to, hygiene and deodorants from this brother. But we all know a business that that's black owned and they do their thing, and I try to support the best way I can.
just like Nip had that store for all this time, until he died. Then when they bought that store out, everybody was buying Nipsey shirts and showing them love. But you supposed to show you way more love when you gone because you ain't their competition no more. And Jay-Z made a ton off it, you know what I'm saying? Because he already had him signed. And he put it on Rock Nation, and he really bagged him all the way, kind of like he already had all his plans. But I ain't gonna go deep into that either.
I'll just look at a lot of things. They're positioned in the media a certain way, but they're really not. like I always say, you know, I know a lot of people like drinking Ciroc and things like that, but people been led to believe that Puffy owns that. He doesn't. He owns a percentage in the marketing strategy that he promotes for it. You know, people got to look into that. It's not to say that he's not receiving money, but not the kind of money that the actual founder of that company receives. You know, that's what we need to, you know, not be led astray by. Because a lot of
But
people.
see, we wouldn't know how to make liquor and brand it and really put it in stores. I'm supposed to put so many shopping blocks on us, like stopping us. Like, we really learn how to make liquor and brand it. We know how to make it, man. It's plenty folks who know how to make corn and all this stuff like this. But just branding your liquor and putting it in stores and, you know, putting a face on it and all that other stuff, like, people, like, they only want to go so far in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, so we're need them. You know, we get too far in the game. You know, if we make too many billions, we can end up buying a whole neighborhood and we wouldn't even need them. You know what I'm saying? Just like the banking system. You know, there's only so amount of black banks they gonna let us have. You know what I'm saying? Before you know what I'm saying, they put a stop on it. Then the Fed. So they gotta be a part of that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta count. They gotta count who pulling so much, putting so much in the bank, and who taking so much out the bank. Like it's ran by the upper, you know, the upper elite. So you gotta be, you know, it's just really a system behind all that.
Right. Like I said, the thing that kind of made me stop, you know, believing in we can rise as a people, you know, as long as we're doing what we need to do. I mean, yes, to a degree we can do that, but I always go back to 1995 when Minister Farrakhan was to receive billions from Gaddafi to start a black state in the Union of America, and Bill Clinton, who said he was for the people, even though, you know, a lot of people were getting locked up in the 90s when he was president, said that Farrakhan could not receive that money from Gaddafi because it was a terrorist state or a terrorist, you know, country, and you couldn't receive it. But think about it like this: they killed Gaddafi. They seized all his money. All his money is still in I want to say a bank in France. So you're saying that Mr. Farrakhan couldn't receive the money to start a black state to, you know, uplift black people, but this French bank has all of Gaddafi's money just sitting there, and they can have it. I don't understand this. How is that right? What sense does that make?
Farrakhan is not stupid. He knew if he would have did that, he knew it was gonna be a target on his neck. So, like even the question they asked him on the Breakfast Club, and they were like, why don't everybody send you the money? You know what I'm saying? You organize it. We gonna start, you know, a black, you know what I'm saying, banking system and everything. You know, put it on your name. He basically like, nah, I don't want to do that. He know he gonna put a target on his neck, and we put his name behind all this. You know, then first gotta come up gone. You know, all our black leaders who was real true black leaders. I ain't talking about black entertainers. Our real true black leaders end up dead. So you know what I'm saying? Why would anybody step up to the plate and say, okay, I'm the next big black leader, and I'm finna do this, and I'm finna do that? They know it only gonna go so far.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude smart, you know what I'm saying? Dude too smart. I sit down and study dude. You know, you gotta watch, you gotta see, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see what they saying without, you know what I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they try to let you know, we can't do what we really want to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't get say so much, you know, so they gonna let them always cause confusion with the white man and all this. You know, so they just to keep everything in order, you know, so they need confusion out here. That's why they need football teams going to get other football teams because it brings money into the corporation. You know what I'm saying? When a black person kill a white person, they're bringing money to the court system. When a black person kill a black person, they're bringing money to the court system. You know what I'm saying? They need all that confusion. So at the same time, they don't need us running shit. You know what I'm saying? The father who's gonna run shit is Obama. But Obama, he had to shake hands with the white. You know what I'm saying? With the right type of people.
Now let me see. Lo said people supposed to give you your flowers while you're here, not when you're dead. I believe in that mantra. Let me see. Okay, now JR said, but some black-owned businesses prices be that of Gucci and etc. Yeah, I mean, some people take issue with that because they figure, oh, Gucci's been established. Why are you charging this kind of price? But you figure they're not getting a break like some of these established vendors are getting. So, the places where they buy leather from, Gucci been around so long they could get a cut rate price, but a regular person that's just up and coming, they're gonna charge them more. So they gotta charge more because if they don't, it's not gonna offset the cost of what they're trying to make a profit to keep this particular brand going. So that's what a lot of people don't know. That's why a lot of stuff is higher than probably something from Gucci or Versace because the material is costing them more to produce this.
But see, if I'm a drop a jewel, you know what I'm saying? If a black person was really smart, they would come out with a major, you know what I'm saying, brand and put the white man in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Act like a white man, or you know what I'm saying? That's only how we can really get paid.
Right, I understand that having a melonless person be the front of your business, so it just seemed like, oh, that's just another Caucasian I'm doing business with. Versus they see that black person coming in, oh no, I gotta charge them some kind of crazy price. I get what you're talking about. Let me put a choice in. What up, Choice?
Not much, man. What's happening? Street Ribs? What it do, my G? So, what it is this me, you, and Reek?
Yep. Anybody else want to be put in? Hey, hit the hotline or say if I already got your number, I'll place you in this call. Come on. But what you got to add to the conversation so far, Joyce? What you want to say?
I just want to go ahead and chime in, man. I'm sitting in the cut here, man. Simmer for a minute. Sit in the cut here and simmer for a minute.
Okay.
Y'all already going in already, so I don't want to come sideways or out the blue with nothing. So I got to sit back and simmer for a minute, man.
Okay, let me read some more of these comments. Lo said, yup, Rick, I know people who was drinking that effing before 50 Cent said it was his. Okay, and then JR said, and that's when the outcry shows up. And then Lowe said, just like they did my dude from Blow. Yeah, from the movie Blow. Yeah, I forget the brother's real name. Matter of fact, I think it was just a recent interview with him or something like that. And then JR said exactly.
But they know they know we can sell anything, They know we great people, as far as branding and shit. Like we cold with branding and styling and Like we run that field right there. We just can't come together and say, okay, we're gonna have our own thing. And everybody go out and buy my stuff. Like it ain't nobody in the game they got this much love. Even Jay-Z that make everybody just go buy his brand. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had Rockwell for a little second, but it was an urban brand, so it wouldn't like Kanye West. He trying to be like Ralph Lauren. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to be like Polo. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get something like that off the ground. And we can get something like Polo. Polo never went out of style. You can't even name too many like Clothing line that never went out of style.
Well, for one thing, I'm a rock on the polo tip, right? But if Kanye say he want to do that, then when we build Polo up to be as big as Polo, don't sell the damn shit, man. Pass the shit down to your kids or sell it to somebody else who look like you. And that's our problem. We always want to cash out this big check. Doing anything for the clout, man. I mean, if we build your brand up to be up there and compete with Polo, understand you ain't got the right to just sell your shit for no big ass check. No, they always do that, man.
Just like even like when Q World Star, he didn't sell out for the big chicks, but end up dude died at a real young age though.
Yeah, mysteriously.
Like it's something crazy about that. Like, but he spent 10 souls on World Star, and guess who got World Star now though?
Who's that?
Who knows?
But them other people still got World Star right now.
Okay.
So it's just like we in a lose-lose situation. Like it's crazy. We just in a lose-lose situation. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying? Start staying the shape of it.
It's time to get out, man. It's time to get out here, man. You know, Kanye, you over there with that non-melanated woman with all that money, man. Tell her to go ahead and break off that bread, man, and go ahead and do the Polo thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Do the Polo thing. And quit being so goofy in the press, man.
Right.
Be about your business. Be about your business, man. Don't go in there sucking and jiving with trucks like that, man. You know what I mean?
Every time they knock them, like every time, like one thing about it is just like, you know what I'm saying? That's I forgot what book I got this from, but when you people gotta talk about it, good or bad. Like if you making somebody talk about you, it's better than not talked about at all. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West is something talked about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make people come and talk about you. You know what I'm saying? So he come and switching lanes, making people talk. So Kanye, he a great no matter what happens. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go down as being one of the greats. And you know what I'm saying? He doing the Sunday service now. A lot of dudes ain't get up the level to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing that too.
You know what I'm saying? Don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They still talking about it though. So he know exactly what to do to make people come and keep talking about him. You know what I'm saying? But he making a killing off all this.
But see, at the same point, though, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in a position, you could be making power moves to where they're going to talk about you regardless. Because they talk about you when they hate you anyway. So you ain't got to be on no goofy. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do that. That's just easy, though, I guess, right? But quit being on the easy route. You know what I mean? Grab your nuts, my man. Grab your nuts. You know what I mean?
If me and we get into it right now, we talk back and forth about each other. And I'm on my platform talking about y'all. He on his platform talking about me. That'll go farther than what we talk about right now. Because negative go farther than positive. And that's just what it is. Negative stuff go way farther than positive stuff.
Yeah, we discussed that before. I'm just saying it ain't gotta be like that, man.
It ain't gotta be like that, but that's what our people love though. We love conversation, like we love that back and forth, like that you know what I'm saying? That it might define we there about to kill each other. Like that's why 50 Cent came out. That's how like you pay attention to rappers. Like the biggest two rappers in Memphis right now is Dolph and Gotti. And Dolph really just blew up off of getting shot by Gotti and them people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people love that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we go back. Like we don't want to see nobody who just super positive, just blow up. You know what I'm saying?
We don't want nothing that's good for us. We just want something good to us there, right?
Like, and that's crazy. That's how females is. They want the nigga for like standing on the edge. Like when I was in the street, the females loved me because I was in the street. I was down there one foot in the feds and one foot in the streets. I mean, just on the town. But man, you will be.
Cause you know what though, that shit excite them though, man. That shit excite them. You know what I mean? Cause I can relate to the shit. I was the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking with my partners, man, and it was like, his cousin, he was like, man, that nigga's a gorilla. And he told me this. Nigga ain't no damn gorilla, man. You know, hey, I was strong in the game, man. I had a strong conviction to it, you know what I mean? To what I was doing at that time. But anyways, I'm just saying it ain't gotta be like that, though. But the females, that should be exciting to them, man. That should make them wet, you know, like, because they know, like, that I'm fucking with this nigga. He got one foot in the sand, one foot in the grave. But the shit still, you know what I mean, excite them.
So, you know what I'm saying? So people play their game. You know what I'm saying? You still got to know how to play their game. You got to get it to them exactly how they want to get it. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, you got to be smart. Like, 50 was more smart than anybody. He really went in the streets like that when their first album came out. He just knew what they wanted to hear. He knew how to play them folks. You know what I'm saying? The streets gonna talk anyway. It'll give you enough, you know what I'm saying, marketing, publicity, just for if you talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And bam, he blew up and he went diamond. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get these folks what they want. You know? If you ain't getting these folks what they want, then they don't want you anyway.
Well, okay, how about this, though? So, everybody know we programming, right? Everybody got some type of programming, right? So, maybe the way that we want to indulge and we drawn to all this negative is because of bad programming. So, what about reprogramming folks so they really want more positive than negative? You know what I mean? I understand that we already programmed, you know what I mean? So maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what we doing here already, I think. Waking folks up, you know what I mean?
No, go ahead, Street Rich.
We have to get our own platform. We already using their platform, so they only gonna let so much positive come out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? They'll cut you down before they build you up, especially you talking to, you know what I'm saying, you getting the folks to read and it's positive to it, the same thing. That folks will cut you down. TV world.
I was telling an associate earlier, I ain't scared. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not. My heart don't pump no scared, man. I ain't scared, so it is what it is.
I just know the plan of how to do it, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it on them, but I know the plan of how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna have to be a full drawn out plan, like 48 laws of time. You gotta plan until the end.
Okay. I'm hearing you, fam. I'm hearing you. You already know I'm rocking with you, cuz. Shit. Bullshit ain't about nothing. We all we got, you did. So you got the plan. Hey, I'm in the back, man, in the cut, observing. You know what I mean?
Big. You know what I'm saying? One of these days, like we get off last time, I'm gonna talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be smarter than like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take it a step further than everybody else. You know,
we got to plan, plot, and strategize. You know what I mean? We got to really look at the warfare for what it is. It's warfare, you know, and war ain't fair. You did? Exactly. And they did a whole lot of cheating, man. A whole lot of cheating and some more shit. Serious. But it ain't, you know, it ain't fair. It's warfare. That's what we call warfare, you know?
Just like Jay-Z played them folks. He played them folks till he got what he wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? He played the whole game. Everybody didn't know exactly what he was doing, but he knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And everybody played to his favor. He ain't even done with his plan. I see it a mile away. Dude ain't even done with his plan. This is the first couple steps he making. You know what I'm saying? He got to get. They ain't gonna have to watch his hand and get everybody back on his side like he wants to. That's why folks was saying, bro, then they'll take it back because they don't want to get on his bad side because he like, man, look, I got you playing. Look, I'm gonna talk to y'all face to face. Y'all come to my house, we're gonna sit down and talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come to this party, we're gonna talk about this at the party. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say everybody got it open. Some stuff you gotta hide and you gotta build from there.
Like somebody said, you can't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, though, right? It's kind of similar to that. You did, you know, it's chess, not checkers.
Now, let me add this. Tim Young came in. He said, if more blacks read 48 Laws of Power, I swear they would understand what's really going on in America. What's your thoughts on that?
They don't read them.
Go ahead.
I ain't talking about just reading them one time. You got to study it.
That's true.
Study 1 to 48. You got to study it. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up on it and go to sleep on it. You got to lock yourself away without a good girl and just study all these powerful books they just put out there. Because we read the books, but they study the books. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to look at it as a manual. You can't look at it as like you're just reading a story. You gotta be able to implement it in different parts of your life. You know.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it'll work in a regular work, in a regular work environment, to the street environment, to any kind of environment you want to take it to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna break out one. They said, never overshine the master. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't never overshine. Like, even if you work at a job, don't never overshine the boss. Don't let them know that you know more than him. Always place under him like you slower than them. Because if you think they think that you can take their position, they gonna get you. They gonna knock you out the way. Like, no, this nigga know too much.
Right.
They gonna let them get taken me or let them get taken.
They gonna get you before you get them.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna get you before you get them. You know what I mean?
They want somebody smart on their team, but never smarter than them.
Let me say, I want to appreciate everybody that came in and hit the like button. Hey, if you haven't hit the like button to this conversation that's going on, here's your opportunity. Matter of fact, you know, if you haven't chimed in, and I don't mean by just chiming in on the chat, hit the hotline number. I'll add you to the call, just like Choice, just like Street Rich TV. Even though they're regulars, you know, at one point they weren't. Well, I won't say Choice, but at one point, you know, they weren't calling in. So, you know, I'll let you in if you got something to add to the conversation. Just go ahead and do that thing right there. Hit the hotline, scroll through the chat. You'll see it. I'll put you in. You can add to the conversation. But continue.
Ain't no wrong answer. Everybody just building off each other. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't know. Well, we ain't no genius on the top. Everybody just building from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because iron sharpens iron, man. We all we got, you know. So we just a group of individuals coming together, man, trying to throw something out there to the universe, help propel us farther. You know what I mean? So wherever you at, whatever walk of life you in, you know what I mean? Just know it's somebody on this platform that's in your same shoes that's been there. You know what I mean? And this whole gap that we got between the old and the young, where y'all ain't listening and learning from our mistakes before we didn't even made them. Before you even make them, is just retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just retarded. But anyways, I wanted to say something real quick, though. I came across something, man, and Buddy said, if I'm a lion, and let's just say, I'm going to throw it out there, that lion is quote-unquote white supremacy, right? If I'm a lion, how can I and why would I tell the giraffe and the gazelle and all these other animals in the animal kingdom how to get away from me? If I do that, then I won't have nothing to eat. Otherwise, I'm going to have to eat my young.
What? What about that?
So, I mean, just think of it in that analogy, though. And the lion is white supremacy, man. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
But he also brought it back, and he was like, but if the gazelles and these other animals in the kingdom that I eat can somehow figure out how to get away from me, I can't stop them.
Yeah. So they gonna keep it. They gonna keep it among their own circle. How they can get away. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Underground Railroad. When they built the Underground Railroad, they wasn't telling the white folks, we built the Underground Railroad, everybody. Okay, we better get away from y'all. You know what I'm saying? They was doing that low key. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They wasn't telling, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff you gotta keep, you know what I'm saying, between the malls, like only the ones you know that ain't gonna.
Yeah, that you're really rocking with. You know, they got to be tried and tested. Matter of fact, you could give them some things to see if they really leak that information. You like, if you hear that information come out, you know it only came out from one person because you only told one person something that was essentially false to see if they leaked that shit. So, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, and I done did that before. You know what I'm saying? On some deep shit. I just told a couple of my partners something, and I was like, don't tell them. And they done told me, I was like, okay, I can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't know if I started moving like I don't move. I started moving by myself because I started noticing, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people you think you can trust, you can't trust. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I said the dude who said his own partner was talking about robbing him. You know, that when his partner, he should have dropped that 20 on the ground. Act like he was drunk. He ain't not know that the 20 was dropped. And see when he would pick up that petty ass 20. You know what I'm saying? And if he gave it back, you know what I'm saying? He probably was trustworthy just with it. Next time you gotta try everybody though. This is what it is in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what type of people you around.
Right.
Mm.
Now let me catch up on some of these comments. JR said, I prefer Professor Ken's version. Yeah. I mean, you know, the other version, the 48 Laws of Power, I mean, you got to put yourself in a mindset to read that. But, you know, you can pick up Ken's version and it's more, you know, where brothers can, you know, digest it and break it down. So, you know, to each their own.
I got both.
Right. You can
I
do
got
it.
both.
Yeah, he just said it in the way, yeah, exactly, that we can understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get around white folks, you gotta understand how they think too, though.
That's true.
One thing, you gotta know both sides of, you know what I'm saying, of the field. You know what I'm saying? If you only read our birds, you only know us. You gotta know them too. You know what I'm saying? What they study. You know what I'm saying?
But I look at it like this: we also got to have information that's kind of, think of it as like a training wheels. You know, you don't just, you're not a little kid like, okay, now start riding this 10-speed bike. You ain't never rode it before. You gotta, you know, get on that little bike to kind of, you know, get your legs right to work yourself up to that other thing. So, you know, we all need a starter kit of some type.
Yeah, exactly. They just like if a Mexican, when they know how to, a lot of them know how to speak English, but when they want to get on their level, they start speaking Spanish.
Right.
And then they just lose us all the back. When they lose, when they okay, we got their hands on this. We start speaking Spanish, then they tripping in there, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they know that we lost. You know what I'm saying? Lost in the storm, they get up on their level. You know what I'm saying? So, like, white folks, they start using bigger words and think that we don't know them. Like, this stupid nigga ain't even gonna catch on to what we saying. You know what I'm saying? Just all he know, like, they caught up with it. It's too much, like, like, English is too easy for us now. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to start talking another type of language to leave us now. You know what I'm saying? Because when they get in a big house, we move to their neighborhoods. Like, we right behind them, but we need to find a way, you know what I'm saying, we get in front of them. Like, we were talking about them, like, a little while ago, how they doing these neighborhoods. They rebuilding, like, the downtown areas of the world, you know what I'm saying? They rebuilding, like, the downtown area for the white folks, and they moving the black folks on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where the white folks used to live, you know what I'm saying? We
Right.
need to be already getting our houses downtown, you know what I'm saying, and investing in those properties so they'll have to rent from us. You know what I'm saying? So they're like a step ahead of the game.
Right. Now let me speak on some more of these comments. JR said it definitely works if used properly.
Yeah.
He's talking about the books. And then Tim Young said Professor Ken's book's good. It's short and simple version though. Then JR said I have read all versions, even the 50 Cent version. Yeah, 50 Cent. I think his is the
That
52.
one was weak.
Oh.
No, that was a waste of my damn money, man.
Damn.
Oh, man, as hell. Mad as hell I bought that weak ass book, man. I'm just being honest.
Have you read it, Street Rich?
Nah, I ain't read it. I just say, why do you say that though?
Man. Hey, man, you a hustler and you a goddamn hustler because that book was fucking a waste of paper and my money. Leave the shit to motherfuckers that want to get somebody something, man. Like Ken and the original author, 48 Laws, because your shit was garbage. You know it was garbage when it was 50 laws. You adding 2 more laws and both of them laws ain't shit.
Damn.
Hey, man, you know I'm keeping it 200, man. Hey, I'm keeping it 200.
So essentially, you saying
on that mother.
essentially you saying that book was just a marketing strategy for him, is what you saying?
Man, a hustle.
Yeah.
It was a con. Shit. Think that one was $30. Shit.
Guys, damn. Yeah, Lowe said I read. Lowe said I read it too, Choice, and he's laughing because he must agree with you.
You know, real niggas gonna try to rock with you, and then we get it, and it's some humbug. Man, you don't get the fuck, boy. That's why you got the shot before.
So he can promote it on both ends. He was trying to write it with Robert Greene so he can get the white folks and the black folks to you know what I'm saying, buy into it. You know what I'm saying?
He hustled everybody. He hustled everybody out that thing out. He so did.
Now it shows we got 15 people in here. Hey, identify yourself. Hey, say what's up. You know, like the particular live stream. You know, I can't take credit for what's being said. I say Choice and Street Rich TV, you know, is chopping up some phenomenal points in this particular live. But if you want to add to the conversation, scroll through the chat and you can hit the hotline and I'll add you to the call. But back to this people ripping people off for literature tip that you talking about, Choice. Yeah, I didn't know that. I always seen the book. I just never thought to get it. I'm like, this is like
Man, hey, you got my line. I'll send you mine. You can have it. Don't waste your money.
Damn.
I'll send you mine. You can have that. For real. And then you can give your review on it. Shit.
Yeah,
I done found out I can't loan no books to none of my people, man, because my books don't never come back. And after about 3 or 4 books, you start to get kind of pissed off at that shit. But hey, I just sent it to you on GP, man. You know, we brothers. Yeah. Then you can speak from your own accord. You be like, man, you was right. I'm gonna get it, motherfucker. Somebody else too.
Right. No.
But, you know, that's only if you read the real ones.
Right.
If you read the real ones, then you know what I mean. But it's like it wasn't just a marketing tool, man. It was a scam. It was a damn scam, man.
Yeah.
Shit. I ain't gonna call it nothing else.
Now let me just say this. JR came in, he said it was a hustle, Street Rich. And then Freeman Reed said, what's the topic? And then JR said, that's why I said I prefer the PK version. And then Lowe said it's on Amazon, laugh out loud.
But see, one thing you gotta respect about 50 Cent though, he a marketing genius. And dude, he know how to keep something going. He know how to, you know what I'm saying, like keep some publicity around his name. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing he can do, like kind of like what's the dude name who was promoting out on fights for Mike Tyson,
Don King.
Don King. Yeah, Don King was a hustler. He jumped straight out of jail, straight hustling. You know what I'm saying? And made all this money off fights. You know what I'm saying? And he knew exactly what to do. getting the fighters and betting on who, betting on, you know what I'm saying? He just knew what to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to put your money in the right place and make your money quick, fast, and then get out the game. See, he knew he was going to buy that book. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and he keeps on going. Like
he can't drop another one like that. PK did with Human Chest. I know he won't get me for another $30. I know that.
Okay, Shy said, what's up? Brady Shy done came in. He said, what's going on? What's going on? And he's just chiming in real quick. You want to be put in, Shy? I can put you in if you want to be plugged in.
Might as well, Shy. Might as well. Come on into the powwow. Chop it on up, brother. Chop it on up. We finna get turned in here tonight, man. We telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. No Bible included.
Now, Lowe said he was the lottery man down in Cleveland. Let me see if I missed what you said, Lowe.
Lottery man.
What you talking about, Lowe? And then Shaz is saying what's good to everybody that's up in the on the live stream. Oh, Don. He said Don King. That's who he's referring to.
Oh, okay. What's up with Tim Young, man? Why don't you come call in, man? Chime in.
Yeah, Freeman Reed. Yeah, come on in. Oh, you got to get up early, so you cool and finna lay it down. Oh, okay, Shy, that's cool. I mean, at least you honest,
Be that way, man. It be that way. That's why I like the second shift, man. I can stay up late and get up late. But think about changing that shit, though, because, early bird get to work.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? For no reason.
I like waking up early. I be up early like this, like down 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get to it. You know what I'm saying? That's why by the time nighttime we done winding down. You know what I'm saying? But I try to take 4 or 5 hours. Tomorrow I'm gonna drop this content. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get up and study on this, so it's just like I'm trying to keep some working, you know what I'm saying? I am keeping some working, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping some going. You know, and
dropping content be hard to the mug, man.
Nah, not the way I do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just come off the dome, so like I probably hear something. We talking about tonight, like, okay, I need to speak a little bit more upon what I said last night, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to talk like that. Or I probably get something through the day and write that down, you know what I'm saying? I used to write songs, so if you get in the mode of writing songs, you gotta stick to a subject anyway, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It come to me like this, you know what I'm saying? I'll get back in the mode. And then at the same time, like when you start writing, like, and this is my first book on writing, so it's like it's like the more you write, the easier you get anything. You know what I'm saying? So everybody get copacetic, man. I ain't tripping. Cause you can't force up. So don't force yourself to do too much because then you start writing slow and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just do enough, you know what I'm saying? And then build, then let your mind rest and go back into the next thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting them it all. I ain't gonna leave nothing now. I'm getting them all my whole life.
It's like I just be busy as hell, man. It ain't, trying to fuck with the podcast and go to school and work. Then I'll be having my story. It's like, man, I don't be having time to do nothing, man. Like I feel like it ain't never enough hours of the day.
All thing you gotta do is take down 15 minutes out the day and talk to yourself on the phone and record yourself. That's all that you can do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, if you record yourself, it write itself out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all kind of ways. It's technology. You gotta use this shit.
Right, you set up your little phone, you know, your little phone cradle that you got in the car when you're on your way going to wherever. That take about 15 minutes. Like, yeah, I just want to chop this up real quick and, you know, go into what you go into, and then afterwards upload it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But see, like, at the same time, I got, like, a lot of old content, too, that I need to, like, go through and edit. And I want to load that, too. You know, it's like, and now I got to make a choice. Do I want to make something new? Or do I want to go in here and find this? And, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm just saying, it ain't as easy as people might think it is. You know what I mean? Put this together. Like, put on that one post, you know? It ain't as easy as you might think, you know. You just can click on it and watch it and try to gain something from it and enjoy it and whatnot. But, you know, somebody really put it together, you know.
But Choice, you know, you always got that other option. You could go for 3 minutes too.
No, man, I could, but I can't, man. I can't, man, because I'm really trying to give it to the people, man. You know, I can't give you a quarter. I can't give you a quarter gram. I gotta give you the whole ounce, man.
I put like on YouTube. I ain't trying. Like sometimes it's niggas they ain't got time to this the whole time and stuff like that. So on YouTube I get my that ain't just my mind. But I'm just you know what I'm saying? And I put I get it more. I was supposed to give them content and stuff like that and they keep my
Hey, Rich, you breaking up. You was breaking up that whole time you was saying that, man. You was breaking up.
Yeah. I don't forget, but I was out here just with YouTube. I don't just do it. Like, I just get a little bit of content on my YouTube, just like 3-4 minutes, just keep my face out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're coming with something strong. You know, some people don't, you know, they don't do it like that. They just, you know, say some small words and, you know, be already off, you know. Wait, are you still there, Choice?
Yeah, I'm there, right?
No, it's, yeah, it almost sounded like you was breaking up for a second.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I know what it is, my guy. I'm finna get up off this, man. Nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying? Nice chopping up with you guys again, man. It's been an hour and 30. But salute y'all, partner.
All right. Yeah, you added to the conversation. It was much needed and appreciated. Hey, every time any of y'all come in and say what you got to say, you know, it's always something phenomenal. And I appreciate that. Hey, as I say always, people that's leaving out, hey, Street Rich TV, he should be within this chat real quick. Go look him up, click on this, go to his channel, and subscribe. You know, he's dropping the same kind of content, if not more, on my channel, on his own personal channel. Go there, subscribe. Matter of fact, go there, subscribe to Choice too. If you want to hear the same thing that they're running down on my platform, go to their platform, subscribe to them exclusively.
Oh, indeed. Will be appreciated. And I ain't get Street Rich, bro. You know what I mean? We gonna chop it up again, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. We here to stay.
You are, for sure, my guy.
Hey, Tim Young, go ahead and call in. Call in, you know. What you said?
Where Low at, man?
And Lowe's out there. Freeman said, "What's the channel?" He should be in the chat. It should say Street Rich TV, because he commented earlier within this video. Matter of fact, if it is not letting you go back, just run the little the red dot back, you know, earlier, and it should, you know, pull it back to, you know, what was previously said. Yeah, Street Rich TV. Lowe said, "Peace, Street Rich TV."
Well, just type it in the search. You gonna pop up.
Well, you know, a lot of times the search be trying to throw other suggestions than the right suggestions. So That's why I say try to scroll back in the chat as far as you can go, and it should say Street Rich TV. Just like you see. Matter of fact, oh, there you go, right there. Click right on it and go. You could get right out of this live, come right back to it, and go right to them to subscribe.
Low must be making movies too, because he probably with Cam on here and chimed in too.
He said, "I'm here, Choice.
Charge your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, it be like that. You see, I was sitting in the back on the back burner charging my shit before I even called in. Cause I already know how it go.
Right.
I should always be trying to die on me and shit, man. Keep pissing me off. I'm so busy and shit, man. Like I got a whole brand new ass phone. I ain't even got it transferred over yet. Cause that shit take time. Like,
yeah, it does.
you know, gotta go to the store and all this other, and you know, whatever. But I ain't tripping though.
That's true. I see we got 16 people in there. What's going on? Hit the hotline. Hit the hotline. You know, since Street Rich had to get to it. You know, we could add someone back to the to the call in. You know, it's nothing.
Winners don't wait, man. They don't wait, man, because you know what I'm saying. If you hungry, you gotta eat, man. Get point blank. You dig? And even though Lord took off in the race before we did, you know what I'm saying. They only took off because they knew we was gonna beat their ass anyway.
Huh.
You dig? You know what I mean? They hate us because we great. You know what I mean? But they oppress us and they kill us because we poor. But it is what it is, though.
Right.
You dig? And that's my beliefs. You dig? You ain't gonna do none of the screwed up stuff that they did to us for no reason. You did it for a reason.
Right.
And it's okay. You did it for a reason, but we just all gotta realize it, man. You know? And
Right.
it's because we great, man.
Right. It's just like it's a reason why, the statues over there in Egypt was really called Kemet, why all the noses are knocked off. It's a reason for that,
Mm-hmm. That goes back to, media and propaganda and image. You know what I'm saying? Images resonate with you through your mind, whether you want them to or not. It just resonates. When you see something, you see it, but then in your mind it registered a certain way. So they didn't want the melanated nose on their face. They didn't want us to really connect that this is our pyramid. They don't want us to know how great we can be. We still are, but we just held down, though. It is what it is.
Right.
But I don't think you can keep the underdog held down forever, though. You dig? And that's really just what it is.
Yeah.
Like we chopping it up, and we trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to get somewhere. Street Rich trying to get somewhere. But it's a camaraderie between all of us that bring us all here together. And it's not just melanin. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not just melanin. You're going to have the have-nots and you're going to have the have.
That's
you're
true.
going to have the greats and you're going to have the not greats.
Right.
It is what it is. Iron sharpens iron.
Right. Please believe it's by
design. Dead weight. Ain't nobody trying to be no dead weight on nobody, especially if you a man.
Right.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So I only come here to drop my jewels from where I'm coming from what I know.
Right.
I don't know about what everybody else, but I know what I know. And I just, you know what I mean? And I'm happy and I'm appreciative to be on the platform and have an opportunity to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because each one teach one. If I can help anybody that look like me, I'm all for it, man.
Right.
I'm all for it. I don't need no reciprocation. I don't need no monetary. I don't need nothing. All I need to know is I had the influence to help another young man, because I'm a man or a woman, get to the next step and be great and live their best life.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean? your market success is right around a European foreign sports car, I want you to pull up next to just like me. And I'm gonna look over and I'll be like, hey, yeah, that pink one looks good, baby. I feel you. I'm not gonna be like, who is this broad in his pink one? No, man. These little punk European sports cars ain't shit. But I'm glad you got one because I got one. Hey, and it means you kind of winning.
Right.
Anyway, I break down stuff in my own little weirdo way, man. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, a lot of folks, like we have been programmed not to want to congratulate each other, though. To think we can't get whatever we want out of life. It's programming, though. You know, we got a whole complex of society built against us. And if you ain't taught that, you don't understand that, so you can't overcome that. Period, point blank. From movies, to songs, to radio, to icons, to celebrities, to people that own banks, to people that control the money, to anything.
Right.
It's built against us. It is what it is. But the lion ain't gonna tell the llama how to get away. Pretty much that's committing suicide. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, Lo said, for sure, trying to share your videos so we can get more people to tune in. Hey, I appreciate that, you know. Where I face
I share all the time.
where I face limitations, you know, I highly appreciate that.
I share all the time. And actually yesterday I shared on the gram for the first time. But you can't just like regular share. You can only like send it to people.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird. But you know, on Facebook you can just hit the share and then it'll just share to your timeline.
Right.
You can't do that on the gram.
Mm.
But it is what it is, though.
True.
Whatever. For those that don't know,
Right.
you know, you can only send it to people, your friends, and everything else. You got to go through your whole list and click everybody individual.
Now let's do a tally. We got Low, we got Tim Young, we got Freeman, we got I say we got Street Rich TV. Maybe he's just still out there chilling. We got Lisa Smith. Let me see. We got
Lisa.
Rated Shot. Let me see who else. I don't know if James is still there. We got JR. Let me see. I'll say that's a good 8 people. So who's the other let me see, if it's 8 people, who's the other 7 people that ain't yeah, the other 7 that ain't saying nothing?
Yeah, we got some lurkers in here tonight, bro.
Yeah, lurkers.
Lurkers.
What they call them, peeping toms?
But you know what, though? They might be trolls, but go ahead and call in, man. You know, we can battle tonight, man. We can battle. You know?
Battle Royale.
That's all I want to do.
Huh.
You know? Even the haters, man. You know? I'll battle with the haters, man. You know, I will. I ain't never been scared of confrontation, man. Or rejection, man, because that's part of trying to get what you want, man. So, you know, if you want to troll or you want to hate, we will give you what you want. Call in. I will.
Hmm.
You know, hey, I'm with the shits, man. I'm with the shits, man. For real. Oh, and I said too, man, when you come down, go holler at PK, man. You gotta let me know, man. So I can try to meet you at our casino Cotto or something, man. We can pull some slots, man. And you know, you dig. I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, you want to up on me, my man? Come on out there, man.
Okay.
But I just gotta know so I can arrange to get there, you know, so I can get out the house.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's still on the table, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see they done crop circled me one time. You know, I'm still here, but I know in the replay it'll come through as a blank. But you know, that's the point where they done crop circled me. They, you know, I guess they say, you know, they talking a little too long. They reaching too many people. We don't like that. Matter of fact, you know, some of y'all probably done shared me in certain circles, and you know they don't like that. Like, wait a minute, that's that person that don't be playing by the script. You know, that's why my stuff doesn't do what it do. Because I always have to stress this on YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. I'm well over 1,000 subscribers, but since you know they got the limitation clamps on me, you know, not too many people get my notifications. Sometimes people get notifications days later after I done did a live, you know, and it ain't like any type of you know how YouTube, Google is structured. It ain't nobody you really could talk to fix that. You know, this is all by design.
Ain't no YouTube customer service, man.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I'm going ahead and stir the pot, man. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? What you think about the whole Tank situation, man? What he said? Was you following that?
Someone sent me that thing about that dude, and essentially, you know, I think he's like Richard Simmons, and people who know who Richard Simmons is, you know, he's Richard Simmons, you know. I mean,
that's the dude who used to do the workout videos.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, he's Richard Simmons, you know.
In a black R&B version.
Right. But think about it. That goes back a long time ago. They know what type of people to pick for that. Because think of Teddy Pendergrass. He was one of those too. Because that's essentially how he got put in a wheelchair. He was caught with, you know, what some would call a transvestite. That's how he got in the accident, you know?
Wow.
That's how he became.
I did not know that.
Yes. So.
I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
Hell no.
And it's still people like, man, I like listening to Teddy Pendergrass.
So I rock with Teddy P. Damn, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of wish I didn't find that out. Oh, good, man. I ain't finna delete you from the playlist, man. I ain't finna delete you from the playlist. It's all good, man. Different story, different folks, man. I'm just not really with these folks and pressing their agenda and them having more power than us, man. You know, we've been trying to joggle, you know what I mean, hustle for our position for 400 years. Like how y'all just gonna jump in front of us? Like, what? What?
Huh.
Hey, you us built this country before trains or anybody else was even thought of.
Right.
We didn't even have cars then.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? We was for real horse and carriage type. You know what I mean? We've been trying to get it out the mud since then. And y'all just gonna jump past us?
Huh.
No, man. No. You ain't gonna cut in line in front of me, man. Stop.
Right. Now, Freeman said, I get mines 2 days later. I guess he's talking about notifications. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people get my notifications way after I done did a live. You know, that's how they do me. You know, like he won't.
Sugar Simmons.
Yeah, Sugar Simmons, yeah. Matter of fact, I think it's somewhere on YouTube. He was on the Today Show, Richard Simmons. He was, you know how he do his exercise routine, and when he was doing it, he had those little booty shorts on, and he had a mishap right on camera.
The whole time, he was so extra.
Right.
I swear, why you so extra, bro?
I don't know.
He was super extra. He was super extra, never mind.
Let me add this point with that joint. Matter of fact, this probably maybe more about 15 years ago. He was in the airport, and someone seen that was Richard Simmons. He's like, "Oh, hey, everybody, stop what you're doing. Let's sweat to the oldies." And Richard Simmons heard that and slapped dude in the face. Could you imagine being slapped in the face by Richard Simmons in front of everybody?
Oh, shit. He would have caught it, man. I would have been in jail. I would have put, boy.
But you know what? this, I mean, I know you would want to put the pause on him, but I would have instantly fought her. Oh, he slapped me. You got to pay me now.
About that too.
You got to pay
I just
me.
thought about that too. Yeah,
Shit.
let me run that check. Ouch, I'm so humiliated, and I'm so hurt, and I felt so threatened by your own phony.
Right. That's like the what was that what was that photographer? Matter of fact, it happened here in my state. That photographer that was in the way and made Rodman trip and he kicked him in the dick, and then dude was acting like, oh, I'm hurt. He got a check after that shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I would have to think fast under the circumstance.
Right.
You know? But yeah, going with my later thought. Yeah, you're right. Damn, you slapped me hard to the bitch. I think my tooth loose.
Right. But then again, you be like, this motherfucker done slap me in front of everybody. Your other instinct want to kick in, but you know that exercise guru is chipped up. So hey, no, you have to give me some chips for laying your hands down on me in front of everybody, especially at the airport.
I need some new jeans too, cause I just shit myself. So hard, I just shit myself. I'm gonna need all that. Yeah, I need all that. Pain and suffering, and you did. Yeah, that was crazy, though. But you know what, though, was funny, man? Cat Williams like to smack the shit out of people, too. I don't know why, but, you know, I've heard of a lot of instances when that nigga just smack the shit out of people. And I'm like, Cat, brother, why, man? What, you got too much money to be fucking around like that. What is you doing?
Yeah.
That's my dog, though. You know what I mean? That's my favorite comedian.
The part that I didn't feel when he was getting choked up by the little 14-year-old though, that was I don't know. When I seen that, I'm like, wow, you getting choked up by a little youngster like that? Come on. That's not a good look, partner.
You slapped the wrong 14-year-old, man. Yeah. Slapped the 14-year-old with little size on him with his nuts.
Now, Lo said people be singing, talking about men. And he said, wow. He said, wow, I haven't seen that dude since I was a kid. He must be talking about Richard Simmons.
But you broke down that one song on that one live we did that night. I don't know if that one got posted or not.
I can't remember.
We're not ordinary people.
Yes. Yes.
Because, you know, I'm playing for the squad.
Right.
And I had never thought about that before, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, a cat like me be listening to John Legend and some guts with some titties in my face.
Right.
At any rate. So I never dawned on me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen him in, you know, media and all that, and I thought he was kind of light-skinned and moist and everything, and whatever, and, you know, whatever. But I never listened to the song and broke it down the way you did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now. You don't have to come out the closet when the closet is your house.
Right.
You know?
And just think, he was on that last song that made that video with Nipsey Hussle. Remember, he was singing a hook on that. I might have to reanalyze that song.
This analyzation is deep, folks. I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention.
Yeah, because I mean, we didn't talk about it because you was in the chat by saying it, but Training Day, I broke that down.
Yeah, you said that was based off Pac Life.
Right.
And a whole bunch of other stuff, but that kind of slapped me upside the head too, and I'm like, man, that's crazy, because it was both black cars, and it was just a lot of things that you hit on, you know. I'm like, wow, I ain't never even think about that, man. I ain't never think, but you know, besides Total Recall with the flat screen, I ain't never really in the Matrix. I ain't never analyzed movies like you do, even though I know what I know. Now it's like, I analyze a little more though. You know what I mean? Like look something rubbed off on me. You did.
Right.
Like I said tonight, you gave everybody a key now, man. Gave everybody a key. What is they not saying?
True. Now let me go to this movie, Back to the Future 2. You know, they had flat screen TVs in there. You know, they had actual holograms in there with that when it was Jaws, whatever number of Jaws, that was a hologram. Matter of fact, think about it like this. Remember when he went into the so-called malt shop and Michael Jackson was a hologram in there. But then remember, you know, not too long after Michael Jackson died, they made him a hologram. So all this is all predestined that, you know, they were showing in that movie. Matter of fact, we even go even deeper. When they went to Marty McFly's house when he was an old man, you know, it shows, you know, a projector screen TV, and it shows New York, the Twin Towers upside down, and then the video is jumping, you know, upside down. But a person also could look at that as the towers falling before any of that happened. But
well, I was speaking with an associate, Rick, and she was saying, does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? And I was like, whoa, I don't even know. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, think about how a lot of things in the news are already staged. So, you know, that's pretending like it's something real when really it was already fake from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like how we're talking about things that are genuine and really going on. You know, other people will put spins on it because they don't want people to, you know, see life for what it really is. So, you know, essentially they're giving delusional shit. So when they can make something happen, you know, well, we plan this accordingly. You know, to me, it's like the world is a stage and it's all kind of stage actors playing a role. I don't want to play a role. Just as simple as me being on a jury. You know, when the defense attorney essentially said this weak ass shit, and most people wouldn't catch it, but she said, "You're African American, and you know my client is African American." Well, can't you put aside what happened to you as a kid and just weigh in on the facts? And essentially, she was saying, "Well, you've been robbed before. Well, so what about that? You know, can't you have a different opinion about someone that's accused of robbing?" Because basically, what she said, well, just think if you were the robber. That's what she said in court. If you were the robber, wouldn't you want someone African American to weigh in on what you're saying? I'm like, no, because I don't fuck with robbers. And essentially, you just basically said your client was a robber right in court. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy. That's the trick bag, though, man.
Right.
She was dipping into the trick bag, heavy, hard, though.
Right.
In front of your face, and she thought you weren't gonna be able to catch that, though.
Right.
You know, that's really what it was. Damn, that's crazy. It's 11 in right now, though, Reed.
Yeah, I see it. It's just kind of going down. And I look at it like this: if nobody, you know, hits the hotline, you know, we might wrap it up. We've been on here 123 minutes and counting. If I give it to 125 minutes. If nobody hits the hotline or asks any kind of question or comment or whatever, I'm about to wrap it up. You know, we've been on a long time on some topics.
I kind of missed you earlier. You was talking about you you still working on getting a new female on, man?
Yeah. I mean, I chopped it up with them essentially this weekend, but I ain't here. It's like we got to lock in a date. You know, they're ready to do it, but we just got to lock in that date and time. And, you know, now that since I don't got none of that jury duty, I could, you know, continue on, you know, adding the people I want to interview because I got some gems up my sleeve. But, you know, now I have to, you know, start reaching back out to them because, you know, my time was locked up with doing that jury duty stuff. So I didn't want to lock nothing in and I couldn't really, you know, put it down like I wanted to. But Yeah, we're gonna have some different type of interviews, different type of people coming up on here, and you know,
But also, I was just asking because I heard it, but I didn't hear it all. So I just wanted to ask you real quick. But you ain't wrong for doing your public service, though, brother. You know what I mean? Like William said, you can either you could have been a part of saving somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we gotta understand. Like, even though it take a little money out your pocket, you ain't at work. You know what I mean? You gotta go down there and mess with them folks, and you don't really want to. If you can and you get caught and you legit, man, you can be saving somebody's life, man.
that's true.
You can be saving somebody's life. I'm in a room full of these other folks, non-melanated people, man, and there's a melanated person on the stand, and I'm like, y'all don't know nothing about her struggle, though. What you mean? Like, y'all shouldn't even be here judging her. Y'all ain't her peers. Y'all ain't her peers. I'm her peers, but y'all not. And me and Amigo was the only ones that stood up, man. And that's facts. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. But hey, it wasn't no verdict though, because of me and Amigo. And they couldn't make me agree with what they thought. Because for one, you don't know nothing about her struggle.
Right.
What you mean? You ain't even supposed to be here. You not of her peers. You not of her peers. You don't even got no damn job. You make over $200,000 a year. Where did that y'all even come from? And it was something about like a child neglect case or something. And then she had drug issues and all this other shit. And I'm like, y'all ain't her damn peers. You supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers.
Right.
You only had 2 peers in here.
Right.
And then when it was over, Migo came in and stopped me outside the court. He was like, man, I rock with you, man. We did the right thing. And I was like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's the trick bag. That's the environment we live in.
Right.
You're supposed to be judged by a group of your peers. And out of 11 folks, only 2 of them was really her peers.
Right.
Come on, man.
Now,
How that work? How is that justice?
Right. Lo just said, I'm out. Peace to y'all. Much love. All right, Lo. All right. We about to wrap it up in a little bit. Okay, JR, you said, how did you get the Pinky interview, though?
Because he is Rick from Too Cool to God.
All right. I mean, I'll say this. Usually Rated Shy that's in here every now and then, he'll put me on stuff. But, I put myself on. If you're a genuine person, you can make things happen. And I often make things happen when it comes to, certain interviews with certain people that, people know on a national stage. So I say it just like that.
So, how you come across Boston, man? Because, no offense to nobody else, man, but Boston was heavy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I listened to her, and I was just like, man, I'm going to jump on a plane. Go
Right. Right. If I sent you a picture of how Boston really look, you'd be like, ooh, she look how she sound, but guys damn, she's a bad one.
I was just saying, like how y'all cross paths, man. She was just listening to you, and then was like, "You want to do an interview with me, Rick?"
No, let's put it like this. I got another social media platform I don't tell nobody about, but on this platform, it's it's just talking, like you putting up words and you're reading them. So I'm reading her words, and I'm like, well, from what she's putting down, it seems like she got, a head on her shoulders. She's kind of speaking intelligence. So it went further, and we got to, talking on a tip where, we can actually communicate on the phone. And I'm sitting listening to her talking like, you know what? I think that can,
So you got in her DM? Is So you hit her in the DM.
No, I didn't hit her in the DM. She essentially said, you know, if you want to make this transfer over, you know, and get these digits, essentially, I'll send you the locker number in your DM, and we went from there. But then
Okay.
we got to
Okay.
talking, and that's
You got in your DM.
right. And essentially, that's when, I mean, it's still kind of big, but that's when Skype was going on. So we would do a lot of Skypes, and she was just talking right. She like this was her life and things like that. And that was at the time I was really, establishing Too Cool to Con. I'm like, you know what? We don't really hear from women, and what you're speaking, you're speaking unlike anyone I've heard. So let's do this. And that's at the time I was rocking with other individuals,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm already knowing.
right. And I put them on because I say they have a niche for how, if they're talking on point, it may sound like something. That's why they hook a lot of people right now. But I'm the one that, came with Boston. Not nobody else, me. I'm the one that hooked that up. Matter of fact, the motherfucking channel that copies all my shit on Instagram, when you hear me on there, all those are my audios. I ain't letting any of those audios out. That's why, you don't see them on here no more because it's people like that that want to, take it, don't say where it done came from. And plus, out of respect for Boston, she don't move in those lanes no more. Half the time when we were doing those interviews, it was talking about her former life. It wasn't what she had going on currently. So on the strength of that, she's like, I ain't living like this. I'm raising, my kids, and I don't want them to kind of, see that aspect of me no more. And I pulled it down out of respect, because they came to me respectful,
Yeah, indeed. I'm just saying, shit. Boston was a trend, man. Yeah, I was looking at them like, God, man, please.
and
I'm in the rough.
now,
I'm in the rough. But see, what happened was somebody felt like we actually saw her ass. It was like, hey, you know what? Come here, man. Come here. Hey, if she changed her life, hey,
right, the shit
it
happens.
is what it is.
Matter of fact, well, you can't go back to it. The only people that I probably really rock with, I'll send the clips of the actual beginning of them videos. I think we started that first one was like in 2012. She was saying it was over way back then. So look, we stand in 2019 about to cross over into 2020, and you see where it's done went now. So yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's what I'm on too, man. You can't be promoting no shit that's negative to the culture, man, to the fans. Like, just why though? You know what I mean? You selling a dream that's extinct already.
Right.
Like, what's the point of that, man? What is the point of that, man? And then actually, if that's really what you're doing, I'm gonna need you to be able to compare yourself to the greats, man. So if you had one great saying this and you had one great saying that, but you ain't as great as the great, you feel me? Like one of my idols, like the professor, didn't fail, fall back. You know what I mean? Because kids ain't preaching on little ass business, man.
Right.
Because that ain't what the fuck you do when
Right.
you got that life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go buy no baby ass business. That's my bitch shit, nigga.
Right.
I'm just going to the grocery store, man.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't want to pull my shit out the garage and it's raining. You would catch me in that, you know what I mean? Type of shit like that. Ain't nobody really, you know what I mean? Come on, man. And then, the infamous just humiliate your ass and put your shit on blast. Ain't no coming back from that, man. Ain't no coming back from that, man.
Right.
Real talk, ain't no coming back from that, G. It is what it is.
Right.
Be 100 about what it was, man, but don't sell no dream to folks that don't know no better.
Right.
That's fraudulent. That's fraudulent as hell, man.
Right. Now, JR said just like Fallon. Yeah, now Fallon to me is different because, You heard Fallon before, haven't you? Choice. Fallon Jones.
That's a female on your channel.
Yeah.
On the interview channel.
Yeah, it
No,
was.
I ain't never heard no Fallon.
Yeah, it was only one. You know, but
Is it still up?
yeah, it's still up. It's in green.
Okay, I might have to go check it out.
But if you go to her channel, she's speaking. You know, she's she's a conscious sister. She comes from like a conscious sister level. So
Okay.
yeah, so you know, Fallon. You know, I seen her also on the same different platform. You know, I reached out to her and like I done seen your clips and you speaking. You know, on a knowledge tip. Not a lot of sisters are speaking like that, and I got that interview with her. Now, if you see her now, she's starting to blow up and kind of move up the ranks. So I'm kind of glad that I got her early because when certain people reach certain status, it might be hard to get them. But I caught her when she was fresh and really popping this. But then JR came in again. He said, "I heard Boston's interview on this channel. Yep, I'm the originator of the Boston. You hear anything else?" Even with my voice, even with Boston, even with the person that's no longer on here, it comes from this channel. And just think that I done had hours of that stuff. Who takes the time to download all that unless you're of the alphabets that have unlimited sources to do that?
How's the son that seen Boston? I still ain't seen Boston. I missed out, man. The hell. He said she fine as a mother. Like, how you see her though? Like, what the fuck? What I missed, man? You just told me what I missed, but I already knew what I missed because, I'm a pretty good judge of, a voice and vernacular and lifestyle. You know what I mean? I know Sugar from Salt anyway, so you did. You ain't gonna have no top flight performer, man, out there getting that revenue, man, retrieving it, man. She ain't really about nothing, man.
Right.
It don't work like that. You know what I mean? You gotta have something to get something, right? But anyway, when we get back on speaking on the game, anyways, yeah. That's just kind of funny. I was like, you said she fine as a mother. Like, how you even... Never mind. Anyway. How you see her, right? Like, what the hell? I'm going to think the fine been around for a while too then, huh?
He must have, but... Oh, he's talking about Fallon. Yeah, Fallon is fine. Fallon. He's talking about Fallon.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about Boston.
No, Fallon. Yeah, Fallon is fine, but I look at it like this. What she got to say makes her, hella beautiful, I mean, yeah, her looks is, if you're on a lustful tip, you're going to be like, man, she cold. But what she got to say, that makes her beautiful, because she's a young...
Her mental is retarded.
Right.
As I would say. But see, and that's one thing to do it for me, man. You know what I mean? That's one thing to do it for me. I was just talking to somebody about that. It ain't just about, it ain't just about the money. It ain't just about the chick and the body. You know what I mean? It's with me, it's mental. And coming from the game, that's what it all is. You know what I mean? It's mental.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a battle between the minds. You know what I mean? Like, and, when you win a battle, sometimes the chick will let you let you win the battle.
Right.
Because she wants you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, look, woo, I'm going to let this cat think he right, because I want to fuck with him anyway. So if I continue to battle him, he gonna move on to the next.
Right.
Sometimes. I'm speaking on what I'm speaking on. But the mental, you know what I'm saying, when you dealing with a cat like me, that's everything. That's everything. You know what I mean? Like you can have a top flight breadwinner, but her face might look like the broad got hit with a skillet. But she love to get that bread.
Right.
So you ain't gonna want her because she got hit in the face with a skillet like a million times? Nah. If you really about that game, you want her more than the pretty bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she don't get you to where you want to get to. But anyways, man. But it's the mental too, though. Because the pretty bitch might not be able to stimulate you mentally and battle you. But the chick that got hit in the face with a skittle on time, just a real breadwinner that go out and get it. You know what I mean? Like, she done been through so much. She right on your level. Or right next to you, or a little bit under you. You know what I mean? So you can't never get bored with it.
Right.
Anyway, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about, Rick.
Hey, I'm sending you that video with Fallon so you can peep her out.
Okay. I'm gonna check her out.
Let me add this call. Hold on a second.
Call from. To accept, press.
Now who's calling?
Oh, man.
Who's calling?
It's Tim, man. Tim Young, man.
Okay.
What's that?
What's going on?
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Yeah, man. I just decided I was going to try to join the party since, I got an all-night flight on out here on this road. So, yeah.
Oh, you out there got the wheels spinning, man, running the bag up, man, long way. The long way.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
You ain't wrong, man. You working with somebody or you independent, man.
Yeah, I'm independent, man. That's the only way to be.
For the record, for y'all that don't know, he just said it. That means he don't work for Snyder. He don't work for nobody. He got his own rig and he doing his own thing and getting his own bag the way he wants to. Just like that. You know?
Yeah, man. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta slave sometimes to get to where you want to get to.
Right. You do. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Most of the people
Old boy still on, man.
Who?
Old boy that we had on old boy that you had on a while ago.
You,
Still on?
you talking about Street Rich? Or who you talking about? Choice?
Nah, the other kid.
Street Rich.
That can't be nobody but me, man. Yeah, man. Choice in the building, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
Street Rich, you know, he be up on the early tip, man, so he had to go ahead and lay it down, man. You know, but the past life from the next life, man, you know, I'm the dark side, man. I play the night role, man. I get in the dark where people can't see my black eye.
Yeah.
For real.
Now let me answer this comment real quick. Now JR said, I thought that was your lady, Reek. Now are you talking about Boston or are you talking about Fallon? You know, both.
He talking about Fallon.
Fallon,
Sure.
no, Fallon wasn't my lady. You know, I just appreciate what she had to say, and I wanted to interview her. You know.
Well, you know what, though, Rick? You know, folks just be chiming in, man, and watching and looking, man. They don't really know.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean? They don't really know. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't know what's really going on with Tuku Khan, so they assume. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I be asking all them weirdo ass questions, because I don't want to assume nothing. I just want to know. You know?
Now,
You know, being so, like, behind the scenes and everything else, you just don't know, you know?
true. Now, Fallon, now Fallon's out of Houston, Texas. I'm not in Houston. I'm all the way up in Minnesota. But, you know, if you listen to that audio, it seems like we right there with each other just chopping it up. But, you know, that's modern technology. But, Tim, what you got to add to the conversation? What you want to speak on?
Oh, man, I was just trying to tune in on whatever y'all was talking about. Now, I know y'all was, y'all talking about some abroad be, how to be thinking or whatever like that. You know, how they let a nigga, how they let a nigga slide with, saying certain things or whatever like that. Just to keep a man or whatever like that. 'Cause, I know for women, what I'm saying, it's hard out here for women to get a man, keep a man. There's all this old bullshit going on, you know what I'm saying? And all this old gay shit, and this old punk shit going on. Niggas getting
alphabet people, man. Alphabet people taking over. They're taking over. They're taking over, man.
That shit ridiculous, man.
They got more protections and laws than we do. And we built this shit. For real. You can't even say nothing to them. You say something slick to one of them that got a little paper or something, man, you fuck around being in jail. Faced with a damn hate crime. What the hell? Hold on, wait. Did you pick some cotton? Did your family pick cotton? Okay. How that work? How that work, man? But yeah, speak on the topic though, bro. Like you called in, man, speak on the topic, man. Winners don't wait, you know what I mean? And waiters don't win, basically, man. And you on that road, man, so you already know about the topic. So go on, speak on that topic, man. Winners don't wait, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I tell you anything, man, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying, learn the game. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn the game, own the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you know what I'm saying, say you working at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, you might not own a franchise of McDonald's, but who knows? You might do, you know? But wherever you work at, you know, move up to the highest position that you get in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had one of my homeboys that worked in KFC, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't knocking him up or nothing for it, but I was just like, man, don't get comfortable in the same position.
Right.
Move on up. Get the assistant manager, store manager, division manager, up. Just move up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get comfortable in that same spot. You know, and I just be telling man, it's just money out here. You know what I'm saying? Even though you may work at KFC, whatever, you know, you can still make a good living working there. You know what I'm saying? And it's some guys I run out here on the road, you know, some guys, whatever, I run into out here on the road. You know, like this one guy I met in LA, and he had just started probably about 5 months ago. And I was telling him, I was like, man, that's good, man. Learn the game. Learn everything you need to learn in trucking. Save your money while you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then put down on the truck and then do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Then learn that. Learn the game of owner operator with a company. And once you learn that, you know what I'm saying, go get your own authority. So you can do your own thing, pick your own load. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once you got that down packed, you know what I'm saying, you can start reaching out to other drivers trying to see if they want to drive for you.
Yeah. Be your own independent contractor.
Right. You ain't got to be out there driving no more because you got somebody else driving for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with everything else. You know what I'm saying? You learn the game, do it yourself, and then you can, you know what I'm saying, hire somebody to do it for you. You can sit back and chill, you know what I'm saying, shot call, and have somebody doing the work for you. And it ain't hard, man. Like this dude told me once before, man, it's like, the main thing to success, 90% of success is doing the shit. 10% is, you know, the education of, you know, learning. You're going to learn the shit when you're doing it, though.
Right.
You know, but if you're scared to do it, you know, you ain't going to, you know, but you got to be willing to do this shit, though.
Right.
There's money in this shit. Like this trucking thing, it's money in this shit. You know, you may start out, you know what I'm saying, making like $700-800, and you got down, get your own truck or whatever, at least on with a company, then you may move up to about, let me see, $2,000, $2,500 a week, and then you get your own authority and shit like that. You know, it'll move up to about $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's money, and it's pretty much money in damn near every business that you do. You just got to put the time and the patience of it. You know what I'm saying? Selling clothes, shoes, cars, whatever. You just got to put the time in it.
Now, tell me this, Tim. Now, someone told me the highest scale out of all, like hauling and trucking, they said the highest is hauling fuel. Is that true?
man, let me tell you something. Them cats that be doing that oversized shit. I don't know. You be on the interstate, you see this big old truck with a big old sign that say oversized.
Yeah.
Man, them cats right there, man, bro. Them cats bring it home about 20 racks a week sometimes, bro. Sometimes more than that. Sometimes 30, 40 racks a week. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
They can't. Yeah, man, they can't drive.
That's crazy.
They probably drive about, yes, sir. They probably drive about 300-400 miles a day. They drive in the daytime though. They can't drive at night. It's illegal for them to drive at nighttime.
Yeah.
But they drive in the daytime.
Well, see, the crazy thing about that is, man, and oversized with the big yellow signs and all that, them motherfuckers pulling and hauling some shit that's dangerous as fuck. They be hauling houses and just, you know what I mean, shit that if you fuck up, it's gonna be a big issue. You know what I mean? You can shut the interstate down, like cars can crash into it, like, man, that's wild, man. That's wild that you said that, because I didn't see him, and I'm like, man, I wonder how much bread they making.
Now he Mr. I don't want to say it wrong, but I say Mr. Avaricious.
Shit,
He said
I'm cheap.
wait. He said oversized and hauling for the military. So the military, you get paid too?
Hell yeah, the military loads, man. Let me see the most.
Okay.
Yeah, or it's something like a hurricane or something happen, like, let's say that flood that happened in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit be going on down there, man. I be feeling for the folks. But the government, I hired some of these trucking companies or whatever, and they pay them guys big time money, man, just to know about, let me see, about 3 hours to deliver food and water, and they sit down there for about 2-3 weeks. And they get paid the whole time they sit down there. They get paid by the day. You know what I'm saying? Some of them may get paid, you know, $3,000-4,000 a week. I mean, $3,000-4,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? Some of them get paid $2,000 a day. You know, it all depends on the bid that they got and the deal or whatever they got with the government or whatever like that. I ain't never had the deal or whatever, but I had some owner operators. You know what I'm saying? Some other owner operators that had it, that was telling me about it, whatever like that, how much you pay. But yeah, dump truck, you know, when it's a hurricane or whatever, they down there, you know what I'm saying? You know, they put them trees, them chopped up trees up in the dump truck or whatever like that, you know, the tree that be falling in the road or whatever, they pick them up, put them in the dump truck or whatever like that. Dump truck take it, you know, wherever. And I mean, you know, wherever, you know, that emergency, anybody in the emergency sphere that's, you know, available for that, you know, they pay good money for it, whatever. When shit like that pop off or whatever.
So tell me this: you think that the truckers that was hauling that steel away from you know, the World Trade Centers got paid too?
I don't know, man. I ain't never asked nobody about that, man. I ain't never asked nobody. That's a good question. You know, I'm gonna have to ask one of these old time truckers. I only been out here about 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to ask somebody about that. That's a good question.
Fam, you said only 10 years? Nigga, that's a decade. What you talking about, man? He said only 10 years.
Yeah. Man, that's been out here like 30-40 years. I'm like, damn, man.
Hey, well, if you bring home 30 racks of goddamn wheat, goddamn it, hey, I'll be in that bitch till I die. Shit, till they took my L and said, well, you can't drive no more, truck, stupid ass nigga, you. Hey, 20, man, that's a lot of bread, Jack.
Hey Tim, are you able to see your the chat still?
Who, me?
What's up?
No, I'm talking about Tim. Are you able to see the chat still?
Probably not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can see.
Well, the brother came in again. He said, hauling for oil fields, you get paid really well though. Also.
Shit, man. My home.
Well, Mr. Arv, I don't even know how to say that. Mister,
Right.
you can call in, man. You can call in. I'll line up there, man. You can call in, chat, man, the power. Wow.
Right, because it's essentially you and Tim is on the same knowing about what's going on in the trucking industry. Matter of fact, I noticed people who got trucking channels that are truckers, their YouTubes be doing hella numbers. So I mean, Tim, I don't know if you got a established channel, but I know brothers that's into the trucking that be doing YouTubing. People be flocking to that because people like to see and hear about that.
Yeah.
Want to know how to get that bag, man? Shit. Yeah, that's why I asked you about it. If you was slaving for somebody, you was doing your own thing. You know what I mean? Because I know a few truckers myself. You know what I mean? Being in warehouse and logistics, you dig? That's my primary. You know what I mean? That's what I do, right? And so I know cats, man. You know, and if we don't know where the money is, we can't get to it. You know, but if you got an L, you got your license, you dig, and you really want to get some bread, and you ain't got no kids, and you ain't got no baby you got to be attended to and everything, fam, you can hit that road, man, and the sky's the limit, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of us don't know that. You know what I mean? Folks telling me, man, you should have gone in the truck. But then I was too busy hustling, man. I was like, I don't know about all that. You know, but then, like, a personal family member that I know, man, motherfucker make down near $200,000 a year running on that road, man. You talking about that bag. You feel me?
Man. Yeah, man.
You know, and shit, hey, add that up, 200,000, nigga, divided by 18,000, them a whole lot of keys, man. Them a whole lot of keys, and them a whole lot of souls you gotta be pushing if you want to live that life. When you could just be on the road trucking.
Now,
you don't worry about nobody setting you down. You know what I mean?
Now, Street Rich came in. He said, "You got to have a great record to haul for them types, though." I guess he's talking about you got to have a good record to haul for them oil fields.
Military too, probably.
Yeah, he probably talking about that military.
Okay.
They don't really give a fuck. Man.
Okay.
You got requirements, you know what I'm saying? About the driving records and all that, but you know,
wow.
You got what you need. Yeah. Now that oil field, no doubt, man. That oil field, man, they break bread for real, man.
There you go, Street Rich. He give you a jewel. He said, "Hey, you got them C's, you got them CDL. Hey, just don't mind you one of them cats with the oil and be like, hey, let's make it do what it do." And you go.
Yes, man, I got a partner down. I got a partner down here in San Antonio, man, and he had his own truck and trailer doing that oil field shit, man. Motherfucker showed me $12.50. You know what I'm saying? 1 week, I said, "Damn, boy, y'all get it like that down there in that oil field." Like,
you said 1 week, how much, man? For the ones in the back that didn't hear?
12,500.
Huh.
Woo!
Man.
That's that bag, man. That's that bag.
Yes, down here in Texas, man. Now, them boys...
Man, he said 1250. He said 1250. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a break to get 1250, man. Stop. Stop, King Bomb. Stop.
Now, Tim. Street Rich came back in again. Well, first A1 said yes, sir, correct. Street Rich came back in and said that oil fuck up your truck bad though.
It probably,
possibly.
I had some partners that did it.
But, you know, 1250, you can buy a new truck every damn year if you want to.
Man, you can goddamn buy you another truck, but you drive up in that thing. Man, you making $12.50, $12.5 a week, man. You can
compounded interest, Jack. You know, a lot of cats that don't know money don't know compounded interest, man. You get $12.5 a week? Come on, man. I ain't even got to go to my calculator to add that shit up. Shit, you can pay off one of them old, you can get a good used truck and replace that bitch and still have money in the bank, man.
Right.
For real. I know that. I know business, though. As a hustler, I know business. You dig? Hey, it's all right. Hey, that's goddamn a quarter of my damn salary a year. Shit. Fuck out of here.
I'll say this too. I remember when I was a youngster, I wanted to be not so much of a truck driver, but I liked it back in the day when you used to see the semis where they were tow trucks. I thought them was kind of dope. But I remember also too, and I wonder why they stopped making them, the flat face semi trucks. He's like, all you see now is the long nose. You don't see no flat face semi trucks anymore.
You say what again? Phone breaking up. My phone breaking up.
I said the flat face semi trucks. I'm saying you don't see them like back in the days, like in the 80s and late 70s. You only see long nose semi trucks. I'm saying I wonder why they stopped making the flat face semi trucks.
Man, you said what about flatbed?
Flat face, flat face semi trucks.
Flat face. Oh, aerodynamics, my nigga. Aerodynamics.
Flat face.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know nothing about. You said flat face. Oh, you talking about them old ass flat face trucks?
Yeah.
That's what he talking about.
Yeah.
You good now? You good now? Now repeat that question again, man. My bad. I don't know.
I said I wonder why they stopped making them joints, the flat face style semi trucks. Because remember they used to have.
Man,
Huh.
I told you, man. I told you. I got a goddamn degree in goddamn it. Auto and semi, man. Aerodynamics, man. Fuel savings. You know what I mean? That's why all the cars is all cut up now. Trucks is the same thing. They're even more vital than cars. So that flat face, you pushing a whole bunch of air. You put a little nose in front of it, and you can move that air around. You move that air around that flat face. So they put the point on it. You know what I mean? They put the point on it.
Okay, let me answer some of these questions now. Mr. I'll just call you Mr. A1. He said, set up your LLC, have a good accountant, have great money management skills. Would you agree with that, Tim?
Yeah. Well, any business you gotta, what I'm saying, manage your money. I done seen a lot of dudes without a business, man, because can't manage their money. Man, there's one dude I met a long time ago when I first started trucking. You know what I'm saying? He had told me, he was like, man, I've been in this thing about 20 years, man, and had my truck about 15 years, and I ain't got nothing, man. I'm barely making it, man, because I was tricking out on the hoes and doing it.
Oh, shit. I knew that was coming, man. I knew that was coming. Somebody just said, they threw a shot out there and it was like, y'all is hoes. And I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna say that, man. But you know what, man. Anyway, you on the road, you got that bag, hey, it ain't triggering if you got it, but you gonna buy what you want though, right? Yeah. Anyway, and I'll leave that right there.
Each his own, man.
Right. Hey, somebody else said it. I ain't saying, man. I ain't saying, man.
Now let me answer a couple. Let me answer a couple more of these comments. Now, Street Rich said, if you got a new truck, you good. And I guess he said the old style when I was talking about the flat face. And then he said, my brother got 10 trucks. And then Mr. A1 said, you'll get far that way, having an accountant and LLC set up. And then Street Rich said, them Texas truckers hog them good accounts.
It's a lot of up north drivers too, man, where they get it in. I met one driver in Ohio, man. He had a dedicated run. He was hauling. I think it was some kind of steel and shit. But he had a dedicated run, and he was making like off of one truck $5,000 a week. And it seemed like they pay more up north. Texas and Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go there, make it low and good going there, but leaving about them areas. You know what I'm saying? I don't really paying that much.
Now, have you ever hauled anything up to Canada or anything like that?
When I first started trucking, I did. I had, you know, when I was at, I forgot what part of Canada I went to, man. But it was cool, though, man. It was cool. Yeah, I got the speeds in Rome, like the, you know, that KPM or whatever like that they got. They got the, you know, the KPM up there or whatever like that. And down here, you know, we got the miles per hour, whatever. You know, I almost got a speeding ticket up there. You know, when I see. Yeah, but it's cool though, man. Yeah, I went up there one time. I ain't going back up there no more though. You know.
You ain't fucking with him, huh?
Nah, I ain't.
You ain't messing with drinking them, man. You ain't messing with drinking them like that.
Now tell me this: is this true? Because my partner told me this. He said no trooper can pull over no 18-wheeler. It only could be DOT. Is that right?
Yeah, you broke up, Rick. Yeah, you broke up, Joe.
No, I said, is it true that no highway patrol can pull over an 18-wheeler? Is it only DOT that can do that?
I don't think so.
Highway,
Hell no.
you said, yeah, the highway patrol. Yeah, you put over a truck.
Oh.
You know, 'cause they
Yeah, highway patrol can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Shit. Hey, I just know because I'm a trapper, man. I just know because I know what I know about, man. Shit. And down here, man, them blue cars, shit. We got a duck and move, shit. They gonna be on some shit in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, them troopers, boy, please. Got them little stupid ass little hats on and shit, like they from Canada and shit. Like, fuck, man, we ain't in Canada. What the fuck is you doing? Like, anyway.
Let
They got some juice. They got some juice, Rick.
let me answer this or say this one that Street Rich said. He said you got to be in with them people to get paid for real, G. Them white boys companies look out for each other. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Shit. Them white boys.
Man, I don't know, man. I ain't. Speak on your shit, man, but I know somebody personally, man, that goddamn it was bringing home 200 on his own nuts, man. So I guess you talking about you gonna make 500 working for them? I don't know, man. Maybe, but I don't know.
Now, Tim,
Yeah, and the cat I'm talking about, though, Rick, what make it so fucked up, this motherfucker bought a plantation, my nigga, in Virginia. You feel me? For like 500 bands. Got the big house and the slave quarters and all the yardage, acres and everything, man. Off that road, Joe. Self-paid, self-made, man. You dig? So I'm talking about what I talk about.
Now,
like 13 rooms and a butler's kitchen and all that shit. I was like, what the fuck? Hell no, nigga, your house big than a bitch.
You talking about your partner? He got his own company, right?
Yeah, no, he independent, man. He run his own rent. You know, but he said if you ain't rolling. I think he said if you ain't doing $1 million a year, you ain't really trucking. Get your ass out the way.
all right, but Choice. Hold up. I want to hear his account now.
Go ahead.
Now, Street Rich said, this is what I know. You can eat, but not like them. Now, Tim, what's your perspective on what he's saying? Like essentially saying that's true. Like, how's it different? Like, how do they look out for each other? I want to hear your perspective on that.
Well, from my experience, from what other drivers have told me or whatever like that, like called Lance. I ain't gonna put the name myself. But this is one company I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That one of my homeboys working at. And, you know what I'm saying? He was making some decent money. And he was like, man, most of the white boys be getting all the good loads because they be cool, the broker, and the broker be, you know what I'm saying, white too. And, you know, they look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? They be putting them white boys on all the military loads. And they give us shit loads. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, even in that oil field, man, my partner, he had told me some shit like that. Like, man, them white boys be getting all the easy loads and we be getting all the oil loads. They be paying them white boys this, we be getting this, and then it got to where in Texas, like, shit, the Mexicans be getting treated like white boys. Because the Mexicans, they look out for each other, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they put each other on. So it be like that to a certain extent with certain companies and whatever like that. But,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? If you got your own shit, though, you know, so you can have your own truck and be leased on with somebody else. But if you got your own shit, you know, that's a different story right there. You know what I'm saying? But if you got your own truck but you leased on with somebody, you can run into, you know, shit like that where, the white boys get better shit than you or whatever like that. But, you know, white boys, they gonna always look out for their own kind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before they look out for you. You know, it ain't no different than any other job. You know what I'm saying? You go to a warehouse job. You know what I'm saying? White boy just come in, don't know a damn thing about how to do the damn job, and he get promoted. You know what I'm saying? Get paid way higher than, you know.
Boy, tell me about it. Man, I can speak on that. Oh boy, I ain't got to, but yeah, you know they look out for their own. How you getting paid dumbass money more than anybody else and don't even do nothing? Wait, hold on. I told my boss I want to know what the fucking degree he got to make him get that. Answer that question. Now, mind you, he ain't there no more, but just besides the fact, though, hey, I asked my boss, I want to know what degree he got that allow him to get that money. That's their rate.
That white degree, that's what he got, that white degree. Yeah.
On my wife, he ain't answer me, he ain't tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but you know, man, I'm sorry, I don't get no fuck. I act angry.
He had the porcelain complexion. That's what got him in.
Right.
Now.
I'm trying to understand though, Rick, fam. You making like $3 more than me, and because I'm second shift, I do your job, my job, and some more shit. But you making $3 more than me, and refuse to do your job. Like, can't nobody tell you you gotta do your job. Wait, hold on, bud. Wait. Fuck you talking about? You been here 8 hours and I'm cleaning up your shit? And you making more money than me? Okay. Bullshit ain't about nothing, man. Anyway.
Now, Tim, answer this one. Mr. A1 came back. He said, one more thing before I go. Learn the art of gaining favor with your broker/dispatcher, and you will reap the benefits. You agree with that?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Because just like with any job, man, if they see you doing your job all the time, no problems, you ain't never late. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never giving them no problems. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you working with the broker gonna work with you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's 100% true.
Okay.
I ain't saying you gotta be buddy, friendly.
Right.
It kind of sounds like that's what he was trying to say, though. Don't it?
Nah, it just.
He said the art of gaining favor. That's what he said. So, you know.
Right, you kind of got to be kissing ass and shit. Like, the fuck, no, why? I mean, I guess, whatever. If that's what we got to do, we got to do, I guess. I don't know, man. But, you know, I'm self-made, self-paid. So, fuck that. I ain't kissing your ass. Like I just said, I asked my boss for real. Like, the fuck?
I just look at it like this. You know, you got some positions where, You know, you don't gotta be an ass, you know, kissing their ass, but you know, you could be cordial, and they ain't, you know, treating you fucked up. So they're like, well, he's always cool. I ain't never had an issue out of him, or you know, they may treat other people fucked up, but you ain't so much kissing ass. You just being cool. You know, they just good people like
Well,
that.
some truckers is antisocial, Joe. Like, really, in my opinion, you know what I mean, just being in that truck all that time by yourself. Some truckers is antisocial, Joe, for real. Like I came across motherfuckers and they don't talk. They can't talk. Like, they just, you know, like, they institutionalize as far as trucking, like, basically. That's just from my experience. Then you got some that's cool and bad. But, you know, you got motherfuckers come in and grab the load and you smell like shit and piss. Like, bro, I know you're going hard, but you couldn't make it to the bathroom. You don't wash your ass. Like, what do you know? What the fuck is this, man? Like,
Now let me answer some more of these comments. Now Street Rich came back. He said they slave a nigga and it's on the computer. You only can drive so long a day. And then Mr. A1
that's where
said
it is now. That's where it is now.
Mr. A1 said, y'all stay blessed tonight, everyone. You know, I guess he's cutting out. And then Street Rich came back, said, no breakdowns, getting them loads there, great truck. What he mean?
You still can get you a little something to put in your truck, you know what I mean? Piss in a bottle or something, man. Like, you ain't got to piss on yourself, my nigga. Like, I mean, like, I'm serious, man. Like, I couldn't stay. I don't like no stink-ass suckers, man. Like, damn, like, I gotta smell you, my nigga. You all in my lobby, like, sitting on my chairs and shit. Like,
So
what is you doing?
So Tim, tell me this. You know the situation that happened with what's the comedian? The comedian that got hit by the Walmart truck.
That was Tracy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah,
Now they said Walmart was essentially at fault because they had him driving more hours than he should. I mean, does that happen too?
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, it's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was low on hours. You know what I'm saying? He knew sooner or later he was going to, you know what I'm saying, pull over.
Mm.
And he knew he gonna have to go through DC, knowing there ain't no truck stops in DC. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rest there, ain't next. You gonna have to go straight to that motherfucker. You gonna have to get out of DC in order to get to a truck stop or a rest there. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't, you know, if he was trick playing it, he would have knew that already. You know, he would have knew to stop before he got to DC. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say he probably was melanated. Because if he wasn't melanated, they wouldn't have threw him under the bus like that. But at any rate, that's my opinion, period. And I ain't even looked into it. I bet he was melanated.
No, I think he was Caucasian.
Really? Well, you know, they break their toys, like I said, man, when they get done playing with them. So I'm not surprised. But, okay, go ahead. My bad. I ain't mean to got nobody else. Go ahead.
But, I mean, you know, if he had a stop before we got to DC, it would have been all good. You know, some drivers know they be out of hours, know they ain't supposed to be driving, and they still, you know what I'm saying, take that chance of trying to, you know what I'm saying, get to where they need to get to, trying to get that money.
Okay, let me chime in real quick on some real shit. I done had drivers that they monitor it, and if you out of hours, your truck going in like lift mode or some shit.
He go in what mode?
Lift mode, where you can't really, you know what I mean, you can't go over 20 miles an hour or some shit. Like your shit is going in lift mode, like, cause you supposed to be pulled over and rested. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why would Walmart not institute that shit as a big stupid ass corporate ass corporation? You know what I mean? Like, and then somebody said 10 hours or something. But anyways, like, I didn't have like, man, I'm finna go into lift mode, man. Let me get my, you know what I mean? Ooh, I need my load. And I'm like, man, hold on, Bill. Hold on, Pam. Hold on. You know what I mean? So, like, Walmart as big as Walmart is, knowing DOT regulations, why wouldn't y'all just have it set up to where you can't do that? Why you can't go over hours? Because you're going to limp mode, and then you can't go over 20 miles an hour, which means you can't hit the interstate no more.
Now, Tim, have you experienced that before, or that's the first time you hearing that?
That's my first time hearing that. I don't never experienced that.
Okay.
He an owner operator though, Rick. He doing his own thing on his own terms.
Oh, I was just saying if he, because you know, just because he do that, you know, he can still talk with other truckers that you know probably work for a corporation or something like that. That you know they drive for exclusively.
I forget who it was, but I think it might be the orange people with the orange trucks. You know who that is. And I think it was a lot of them, man. It's a lot. They got monitors. And then when you see on my life, they do.
Now, maybe this might have more, you know, legs to what you're kind of speaking on now. Street Rich said, it's computers that tell you when to stop driving. Now, would you agree with that, Tim?
That e-log is gonna let you know. Some e-logs will let you know 2 hours ahead of time. Some of them will let you know an hour ahead of time. You know, that your hours, you know, about to be out, and you need to pull your ass over. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, some drivers, you know, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep it moving. So they trying to, you know, so they trying to get some things low. You know, they paycheck things. You know, but at the same time, they taking a risk. You never know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Your tire can bust. You got an hour, your tire can bust on the left side. You know what I'm saying? And they got down, the motherfucker pull you to the left, and you end up in the car, whatever like that, or you know what I'm saying? Tire bust, you know, flying somebody's car, they may get nervous and swerve and hit some truck, whatever like that. Anything can happen while you got out. And, you know what I'm saying, and if somebody hits you, or you hit somebody, or whatever like that, I mean, that's going to be your fault. They're either going to take you to jail, get a big fine, or whatever like that. You know, but, you know, you're taking a risk, you know, doing it when you're out, you know.
So let me say this. Let me chime in real quick. If you out of hours, and you know you out of hours, and you operating, and you doing what you do, when you out of hours, ain't you non-insured when you out of hours?
I mean,
like, let's just say you was working for a corporate.
much.
Exactly.
If they take you to court, and the lawyer thought that shit, hey, he was out of hours anyway, he wasn't supposed to be driving, that's an automatic win right there. You can't fight that because he got full proof that he wasn't even supposed to be driving. You know what I'm saying? Unless you come with some more proof saying that, hey, I had to drive because, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's you're alone. Off your case.
But in actuality, in the environment we live in, you can't justify that you knew you was out of hours and you still was driving. Period, point blank. In the environment we living in right now, you ain't never gonna win that case. And they gonna put it on you, even though they told you and they gave you the load, they didn't give you ample time to do what you needed to do to get there, but they gonna put it on you. That's part of the dirty game, man. You know, the trick bag, man. We gotta always understand the trick bag, man.
Now let me speak on this. Now, Street Rich said no truck slows down. You know what you were saying about that limp mode. Just think about it. That would pose a danger if it did, and would back up commerce if it did. Now, Street Rich also came back and said, back in the day, trucking was love, but now the money's not good as y'all think. Now, unless you got a great team. What do you think about that, Tim?
Well, okay, go ahead, Jim. Cause you
Tim.
And I'm gonna speak on it when you get done. But I hear you, Street Rich, nigga, and I respect you and everything else above everything else. But I'm telling you what I know from carriers that I didn't work with.
Oh, wait a minute, Choice. Now, Street Rich said he has a brother that has 10 trucks. So, I mean, I'm thinking he's coming from a point of knowing something about this. That's why I'm asking Tim, because he's actually in this field.
That's
So,
independent though. Independent. Like I was just telling Tim. Like I think it was the orange folks. I don't know if I'm for sure it was the orange folks or not, but it might have been the green folks. And you know who I'm talking about when I say the green folks. I'm not talking about independent carriers. You own your own rig, you own your own trailer, everything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about folks that was coming in that work for corporate. That means they getting a check with somebody else. They're not doing what they want to do. You did. And them motherfuckers got governors on their shit that will cut their shit off. Period. Like not cut it
I'll
off.
look at it like this. Look, wait. I'll look at it like this. You're saying that you got to show me the evidence. I ain't gonna run with that because I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. Send me the evidence and then I'll believe you. You can't just say I think they do. You can't do that. That's how people come in like, no, this is not right what you're saying. So send me what you're saying so I can research
Okay.
it. I'm not gonna go off of that.
Hey, you already know.
I'm a network my damn self, man. People had. I want to see if that's really happening. Because if that is, man, that's dangerous. Especially if you're coming from New York, or LA, or Houston, or heavy traffic areas right there.
Right.
And you low on hours, and they fuck around, break your shit down to 20, my niggas. Like, come on, dog. 20 miles per hour going to New York, LA, Houston, shit like that, Chicago, trying to get to a truck stop that's like 20 miles up the road. Come on. That's some dangerous shit.
Right.
But, you know,
I mean, but they gave you knowledge of it though. Like
No. Choice. Just send me the link on that. Don't say no more about that because I don't know if that's real. I don't want to put that out there. So send me the link, find the information, send it to me. Don't speak on that because we got think about it. Tim's an actual trucker. He's out there actual. I know what you're saying. I talk with these people and their corporate on that. No, you got to send me the information about that. You can't just say that this is what it is. I don't want to put out falsities. That ain't what Too Cool to Con's about.
indeed, brother. Respect. Salute, my nigga. I got you. I'm looking right now.
Now, let me see. We 187 minutes in. Hey, I appreciate you coming in, Tim. Weighing in and telling us about your experiences over the road and everything. That's appreciated. I think, even though it's all kind of channels about trucking and stuff. I know some people that done gained some knowledge and intelligence, which you imparted to the people on my channel. So I appreciate that.
Dude, you dropped some tunes, see?
I appreciate you, being on your channel, man. I watch the channel. I've been watching your channel since Tim the King was on your channel, man. That's what, got me on your channel. I was like, man, boy, Tim the King on here, man. He's talking this shit or whatever, like, because I got his book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
I
up.
fuck with those kids, man.
Okay.
I appreciate being on here, though, man.
All right.
You got 50 book though?
What's up?
You got 50 book though? The 50 laws of power? I'm throwing that up.
Yeah, I got the 50 Cent and the Kid, man.
What do you think about the 50 Cent there, bro? Speak on the 50 Cent book compared to the 50 Kid. Come on, man, for real, man. Speak on it. Just, hey, be honest.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it started out kind of boring, but, after I got into it, it was straight, man. I ain't get a chance to read the whole book because, somebody stole my book. You know what I'm saying? And I got all my books back except for that 50th law. I just decided I wasn't gonna buy it again. I got 48 laws of power, and I got.
Hey, Rick, you heard that though, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
He said I ain't gonna buy it again. I ain't gonna buy it.
Yeah.
It was basically the same shit out there. But I ain't really, like I said, I ain't really get a chance to read the whole book, so I really can't say if it was good or bad or anything like that. But I ain't, trying to buy it over again because, I mean, it was really all that entertaining to me.
Because it wasn't worth it, man. You ain't got to say it. You ain't trying to throw your man under the bus. I feel you, man. I ain't trying to throw him under the bus either. I'm just being honest, man. Your shit was garbage, man. Period.
So you read it out to the end?
Hell yeah, I did. It was garbage compared to the real and compared to Ken. Like I just don't read. I send it to you, man. You can have it. And then I want to hear Rick input on it. Man, his book was a whole hustle, man. A whole hustle, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see. Man, but there's this new book, man, I'm reading now. I'm reading that Jay Prince book, man. That motherfucker cold, man. Y'all read that one?
No, I haven't got to that one yet.
You said Jay Prince?
That Jay Prince book. Yeah, that Jay Prince book. I think it's The Art of Respect, I think. Art of Respect by Jay Prince. That motherfucker cold, man. He just...
Say it again. I couldn't really understand.
You said The Art of Respect.
Okay.
I think it's Science of Respect or Art of Respect. I think it's one of them. Science or Art of Respect.
Okay, but Jay Prince, though, you talking about the rap dude, right? With Scarface and all that? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going to put it on the list. Man, because you can't hide nothing from me, man. I ain't scared of books, Jack. I'm not scared of books. You know?
I think more people need to get into that, man, instead of being on Instagram and Facebook all damn day reading negative bullshit on there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Man, education over entertainment, bro. Education over entertainment, that's all it is, man. Period. And you right. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Goddamn it, from the bottom to the top type shit, man. For real. Say that shit again for the niggas in the back that can't hear you, man. Period.
Yeah, man. Get out them websites and get on that book, man. Get in them books, man. I'm gonna need to read that Malcolm X. That's a damn good book, man. Damn good book. That book, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, he have an issue with an old lady or whatever like that. I prefer him to read this book called Superior Man. I forgot the full name. It's called Superior Man, something like that. God damn, y'all know what I'm talking about? The Superior Man.
I might have to look that one up.
No.
Man, that's a good book. Nipsey Hussle had mentioned that book, man. And when he had mentioned that book, I had went out and bought that motherfucker. And that motherfucker cold too, man. He got a lot of most of the game on there, man. Y'all probably already know that. Y'all fuck with Pepper Ken and all this shit, man. Y'all probably, y'all already know that. It just basically tell you how, you know what I'm saying, most people talking about human nature. You know what I'm saying? Women and how to act with women, how to be a man and all that type of shit.
Right. Matter of fact, Tim, how old are you?
On and on about books, man.
How old are you, Tim?
33.
33, okay.
But I've been on it, man, since I was like, goddamn, 22, 23. Ever since, goddamn, I found out about Pimp and Ken and, you know what I'm saying, everything he do, whatever like that. Like, basically, all the books I've been reading, I was reading it from Pimp and Ken. Pimp and Ken had mentioned these books.
Yeah.
And all these books he had mentioned, I started reading these books. I was like, damn, what? Got some shit in these books, man, motherfuckers need to read about.
Right. But I look at it like this. We've been on 194 minutes. I think it's time to wrap it up so, people can get to what they get to. I know some people probably got to wake up early. And just like you making time going across country, I know it's probably some other things you may want to get into.
Friends.
So I'm about to wrap it up. I'm glad you came in. And like I said, put down your truth, what needed to be said. Hopefully people catch it on the replay, like, man, shoot, I didn't know that. You know, put something on my mind that I didn't know.
Indeed. Come back again, Tim. Chime in, man. You know what I mean? Chime in, you know what I mean? Talk your shit, man. You know what I mean? When you're on the road, man. Ain't nothing but the Power Wow, man. Re-sponsor the Power Wow, man. I just be here talking my shit, man. And standing in the corner, man. Trying to be out the way, man. You dig? That's all. But for the people, man, everybody stay safe.
Wait, go.
Everybody stay safe. Be aware, man.
Wait, go ahead. What was you gonna say, Tim?
Go ahead, Tim.
I said, how often do y'all go live?
I go live every night.
Okay, then I'm tuning in tomorrow, man.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, everybody out there, if you, I'm glad that you put up your questions and your comments and everything, that you contributed to this particular live that went on, X amount of minutes. But join us again tomorrow. I'll post up when I'm go live at what time, so you know when to chime in. But we out right about now. Peace 'em up.
All right, Reek. One love, brother.
Peace.